what a sight to see. The fans are rolling into the Caesars Superdome. Welcome to the Hondo Rodeo Fest. I'm JD Johnson, a longtime 8-time world champion Joe Beaver, and that is just a taste of the excitement that you get with this rodeo.
Oh, that's just the very beginning of it. You know, big money, good stock, the best venue you could ask for in the Superdome, and today we're going to make them the champions right here today on Sunday.
And the greatest rodeo athletes in the world, in such an iconic place to be. We talk about it every night. This is the third and final round of the Hondo, but the Caesars Superdome,
right,
it's unlike anywhere that you can have a rodeo.
Yeah, you know, you don't just pick someplace like this and just jump off into it. It took a lot of work. Gordon McCoy and his group to put this together. But when you bring a rodeo like this in a place like this, you're going to get the best results, and we're looking forward to it.
We've already paid out a lot of money. Like I mentioned, we've already had our first 2 rounds. Tonight is the third and final round. We're going to pay out the round as well as an average huge payout there and a Maverick award. But each and every round pays so much. We got to relive those winners from last night. And we had a huge showing. Starting off in the bareback riding, this is Bradley Miller. He's in contention for that Maverick award now after this championship round of 89.1 points on an awesome ride.
Yeah, and you put somebody like Bradley Miller on a good horse, a high-point horse, you expect good results, and last night we sure got it. He won to go around, and tonight that could build for big money. And
then in the steer wrestling, Louisiana's own, we were all cheering for him, Rowdy Parrott, 3.56 seconds to win the steer wrestling.
Yeah, you don't have to be 6'6" and weigh 300 pounds to be a steer wrestler. Look at that. You know, we brought Rowdy the good steer. He's on the great horse Crush. You do that, they're going to get good results. And then lightning fast.
Oh, yeah, Dustin Agaskiza, Paul Eves. Paul, he's a 2-time champion of the Hondo. He wants a third one, 3.49 seconds. They're second in the average right now.
Yeah, he loves the Hondo. You just mentioned Hondo, Paul Eves is front and center.
And joining us now, Gordon McCoy. We're talking about saddle bronc riding. Sage Newman, we finally broke into those 90 points.
I knew it was going to happen. I tell you what, I didn't know what matchup was going to be. Sage did not miss a beat, turned his toes out. Every jump in, stick him in the neck. I was amazed by this one here.
Great time in the saddle bronc riding, and a great horse you put together. An incredible pin. This is War Horse from Diamond G. Joe, your guy, John Dowd. She got it done, 6.61.
Yeah, he showed up last night. The first night, I don't know where he was, but last night, he was right in the middle of it, 6.6. You know, but he said, it pays $12,000, Joe B. I'm back at him. I'm going every night to win first.
We're going to see that again tonight, going for the rounds. Louisiana in the house. Josie Connor wins 2 back-to-back rounds.
Maverick? Can we say Maverick to the ladies?
Yeah, here it goes. I think that the girls are battling out. We talked about it last night. You talk about Louisiana cheering for as well.
Well, speaking of the girls, you mentioned Mackenzie Mays also wins back-to-back rounds. She had to fight for that second barrel.
She done a good job not to get that barrel right there, Janie. And tonight, third run in this arena. Horses know the pattern, but she's after the Maverick.
It's going to get faster and faster. And then finally, in the bull riding, the young Hayden Welsh, 88.9 points.
You talk about the rookie bunch coming up there, and Hayden is leading the pack. Once you finish there with no hands, you talk about dedication right there in bull riding.
That energy right there is what we are seeing from every single contestant here at the Hondo Rodeo. I mentioned Gordon McCoy, the co-founder, the producer here of the Hondo. We are having so much fun. Tonight's a big night, though.
Yeah, it is a big night. You talk about the champions and writing the checks. I mean, you can't
That's
really eat those trophies, but there's a lot of cash on the line to decide who the champions of the Hondo New Orleans is today.
Well, and speaking of writing checks, we have an absolutely incredible payout. Every single round pays a lot of money. You mentioned the $12,000, but also that Maverick Award. That's the contestant who wins the most money. They're going to win $50,000, $20,000 to win the average, $12,500 to win second. So much money, $1 million rodeo.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the $1 million on the line and divided like you would want to compete for it as well. And also, if you want to live on the edge and try to win every round for that average, that Maverick Award, the $50,000 at the end, does add up real fast.
Joe, in your career, would you ever imagine something like this for rodeo?
Hey, I'd be like Paul Lees. If you said Hondo, I might just be in Hondo, Texas, but I'd be wherever Hondo is. I mean, Gordon's done a great job. We brought the best of the best to one spot in Phoenix, and now look at it. We're going everywhere with it because this man had the reach and the outlook for a future of rodeo that we needed. And hats off to you, because now those guys and girls out there competing for big money.
There's a lot of people. They're putting on the show. They're backing it up.
Yep.
It's like what Cowboys. We're exposing Cowboys for a lot of people right now.
We are so ready to kick off night 3 of the Hondo, but let's throw it into the arena for your national anthem.
Tonight, to bring us our national anthem, we welcome an Alabama-based Southern-style country music group. Now, from Nashville, Tennessee, this is Sweet Tea.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That is how we celebrate.
What a great national anthem, and we are ready to get things kicked off. Joe, before we get ready for the bareback riding, you can never overpush it. The payout
The
here.
money, Janie, the money. Look at that. Each go around paying out $12,000 for first, $75, $35, $1,500. That aggregate, we're going to decide that tonight, and that's going to pay $20,000 to first, $12,500 to second. But if they win the big money, what do they get?
Even more money.
That's right.
$50,000 bonus paid to whoever makes the most money here out of the Hondo Rodeo. And the best part about this show format, we're going to be going in aggregate order
That's right.
as we go. So whoever is the last cowboy or cowgirl out is the one that everybody is chasing, which is going to be especially fun in the breakaway roping, in the barrel racing. Everybody knows what they're looking
We
for.
could have two ladies split it, you know what I mean? So two ladies could split the Maverick at the end. Who knows? Well, let's start it off with the bareback ride.
And a lot of these races are very, very close. This is in aggregate order right here. R.C. Landingham hasn't had the draws they wanted to have, all the way down to Bradley Miller, but between Cade, Layton, Cole, Bradley, we're talking a couple of points.
Right,
that
and that's
can
going
make
to
the
be a big
difference.
difference to see who wins the 20,000, you know, to make to win the average.
No, it definitely is going to make a change. And a couple of points, that's one ride, that's one draw. And not to mention, we're going to have some great horses out tonight. Nobody wants to buck off and move their spot in the average.
No, and you know what is unique about this? I like how they let the leaders go last. You know what I mean? You get to see what you have to do, and if you know what to do, you're going to win big.
Also, if you're first out, you're bottom of the
Oh.
average, you're still going for big time money. RC, he wants $12,000. He's got good girl.
Yeah, and a big mark out right there, big leap out of the chute, first jump. He's stacked up right in front of the judges. Goes left, goes right, gives RC. This might be his best chance for a big check right here.
That's exactly what I had written down, Joe B. This horse was his chance on paper, and he made it work. They've won Austin, Texas on this horse, but 90 at Houston. Are we going to see 90 to start out our bareback riding? RC looked electric.
Yeah, we got to be close to it if we're not. I mean, this horse around the left, around the right, almost halfway turns. Lets the judge see both legs. Like I said, when you're in the front of the chute, you got to use both legs. Long legs back to the rigging. Beats him to the front, 87.8.
Ooh, 87.8. We're getting close, and what a way to kick things off for RC Landingham. He's going to be top of the round. And you know what? No matter what the score is, he's always looking cool, calm, and collected, just like that. All right, moving on to our next guy, world champion, Jess Pope. He's your 2025 Hondo champion. Right now, he's 7th in the average, not where he wants to be. Got a good horse, though, Delta Hawk. This horse is good. Maybe one of the better ones in the pin. Perfect opportunity for Jess.
But once again, I think this is Jeff's best chance of the week right here. He's got, I mean, the horses he's been on, they just hadn't been what he needed to be in the high 80s, the 90 point, but today he's got a chance. And Jeff, he's so strong as a mark out, picks a horse up. This horse wants to buck. He's going to give him every opportunity.
Just kind of looking over there at what looks like Cade Bruno, Weston Patterson saying, hey, I'm ready. Let's get set. Let's go, Jess. Ooh, big move out of the chute.
Another horse not covering a lot of territory, just staying right in the middle. But, you know, did he have the kick and the jump at RC's? I'm not sure. I mean, Jeff's great ride again. We really hadn't seen Jeff drop the ball into this week. You know, it just depends. When you draw what you draw, you ride what you ride. And right here, it looks really good. right about the next jump. It gets a little bit down the arena, a little low, but still high 80s if Jess Pope did what he did.
Yeah, Jess Pope makes a flawless ride. He's so aggressive, looks so strong with this matchup. That horse could be pretty heavy. Had a lot of head action as well. What's it gonna be for Jess Pope? We got a smile from him. I don't know if we got a Macarena from him though, Joe, which makes all the difference for Jess.
That's 90s stuff.
Still waiting that score for Jess Pope as he walks back to the buck and shoot. And you know, he knows that that was a really good ride. It's hard when you're gonna be second out, but he's happy with it, as he should be. He's riding so good. A lot of things have to come together. For Jacob Lees, he's gonna be our next bareback rider. He's having the best season he's ever had in his career. He's got a good horse. Hellabella from Diamond G should be a nice horse, just jumps across the pin. Jacob Lees, he can dress one up, and he is.
And he is doing it right there. Look at that, straight down the main, no leaning into his hand, away from it, beating him to the ground every time, feet all the way back to the rigging. You know, Janie, that one right there is going to challenge, if the degree of difficulty is there enough, then he's going to challenge the leader. Look at the ride, flawless.
Yes, just so perfect, does everything technically correct. And Joe, this is kind of our TV bin set of horses right here. They're not going to be the eliminator style. They're going to be the ones that you can open up, show off, and get those big scores on. Jacob Lees, 7th in the average, not where he wants to be, but he's chasing that go-around money. As for that thumbs up, 89 points.
You bet. Good job.
89.2 for Jacob Lees.
And you know that, and Jacob's on his good side. He dressed that horse, like you said, as much as he possibly could.
Here goes Sam Peterson.
How much money has been won on this horse?
I know. This is all or nothing.
Yes.
This is a previous horse of the year in the saddle bronc riding, and I don't know if they've ever put a bareback riding rigging on this horse, at least not any time in recent years. Sam Peterson looked great. It's so fun to see how this can really free up a horse and change the style. That horse is so awesome both times. Both ways, saddle bronc, bareback, doesn't matter. What are they going to do with that for Sam Peterson? Because he looked so confident in that ride.
The same thing. I mean, just so loose and cool and riding up and to it.
All right, we just wrapped up Sam Peterson's ride, but Jess Pope is our new leader, 89.3 seconds. He was second out. We finally got that score. Boy, and he did look good.
How about a tough bareback ride today? 89.3 to 87.8.
Yeah.
And we've only ridden 4.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. And Sam Peterson, 88.5, who just went. That's his score. All right, 89.3.
We might have got a little Macarena out of Jess if we'd known that.
Come on, guys. Where's our 90s? As we get ready for Kate Saunier, Louisiana's own from Karen Crow, Louisiana, just down the road. He has Big Splash from Andrews Pro Rodeo. They did really well on this horse at Tucson, but Cade, we saw in our open, he's having so much fun here in the Caesars Superdome, drinking a beer with the crowd after a great ride. I bet it tastes better after 90.
It will taste a lot better right here if this will give him a chance to be 90. Lot of drop, lot of jumping in the air, showing it. There we go again. These horses, like you said, they let them show their talent. These guys are stepping up.
I love a TV pin kind of night. That horse, the name Big Splash really suits it.
You hear that music? That's a Louisiana man. Just bought him a place in Louisiana. He is Louisiana to the core.
He's got so much fun. He's gonna go ahead and take a victory lap. Oh,
got a hat and a beer.
Got a hat and a beer.
From the governor, you can't beat that. You think the Hondo fits in New Orleans, Janie? I think we do.
This is definitely the rightful home.
Don't get bucked off now.
Or do at this point. Kate Saunier is like, this is just a dream. And after a fantastic ride, 87.4 for his score. And you know, an 87.4 would win a round most times, but we are having a round really right now.
Yeah, but not now. All right, here we go. We're getting in the meat of it now. Leighton Berry.
Yeah, he's 4th in the average right now. He's very close. Here goes LB. Foxy Lizard. This horse is fast. Really has a lot of jumps across the pin. LB as aggressive as ever. He knew he had to really handle the timing on this one, and he did.
Yeah, you get behind this horse at all, you're behind, you don't catch back up. You know, and LB looks so good. We talked about it. Fought some injuries, came back. He looks so solid now. Back to his old self. You can't do much more than he did right there.
No, he did his job, that's for sure. And Cade Saunier was leading the aggregate until we kind of, like you said, got into the meat of it. LB was fourth in the aggregate going in, 87.8. That should move him now into the lead in the aggregate.
Remember, we pay 2.
Yes, so you don't want to be third.
You don't want to be third. Cole Reiner does not want to be third.
And we have 2 guys left to go. Right now, Cole Reiner is second in the aggregate. He's had an awesome showing here. He has the horse Doughboy. His best friend, Leighton Berry, he won a round in Phoenix at the Hondo on this horse. So this horse is a round champion at the same event.
Hey, you would wish for it again if you had him tonight. And he needs to be. He has to be big scores to keep a spot, win second, challenge the leader. All right, Cole Reiner. This horse is giving him a big chance, turning it around right in front of the judges. Cole stayed ahead of him through the turn, didn't get into his hand right there. That was a good ride on a strong horse.
Yeah, great ride from Cole Reiner. He is looking so good and a comeback month for him here at the Hondo. They have adjusted Jess Pope's score by a couple of points, so he is no longer our leader. Our leader is Jacob Lees with an 89.2 is what I'm hearing. But who knows if that's going to last. Cole Reiner just made a great ride right there on a strong horse. Second in the average right now, he's getting a big paycheck. But the average was very close here in the bareback riding, as it is across all the events. 88.2. Okay,
all
now.
All right, Fish, you liking that result now?
Right now, Cole Reiner is #1
yeah,
in the aggregate.
And I tell you what, he rode a good horse. All he can do now is watch Bradley Miller. He did all he could do.
It's going to come down to a point or two here for this difference. Bradley Miller, it is in his wheelhouse. He is sitting great. He has placed in every round. He's been second. He's been first. He's got Pendleton's Revenge. This horse doesn't seem to have the same trip every time. He's going to have some moves, some lead changes. But Bradley Miller, you saw it last night. He was having so much fun here at Caesars Superdome. The energy that this young kid has in this early part of his career. He's been in world title contention every trip at the NFR.
You know, and he had an injury he had to come back from, so he appreciates it and loves it. Here we go for the win right here, Brad. Ooh, spurred over him one time right there. Horse comes back to him. He does. He's kind of hard to track down through there. Degree of difficulty on this horse much more than the last 5 or 6 we've seen.
Yeah, exactly, Joe. Are they going to give him the credit for that? You know, it's a deduction if you spur over the neck, but talk about the moves that horse threw.
Watch this horse's move he has right there. Watch him spin. He just to the left hard.
Straight in the air. And you know what? Bradley Miller picked up his timing just perfectly
right
off
after,
of that.
Yeah, right from it. So, hurt him a point or two. Still should be a high 80s.
What are they going to do? He's looking for it.
I say a lot.
88.6.
Enough.
Bradley Miller.
He's going to place in the round.
Win the average here at $20,000.
Cole Reiner right behind him. Look at that. Look how tight that is. Man.
Jacob Lees is going to get the round win, 89.2 and $12,000 for him. But it is all about that average money right there. Bradley Miller has had an awesome showing here at the Hondo. Won so much money. That $20,000 just
and it's
icing
early,
on the
but
cake.
there's a big Maverick guy right there so far. You know what I mean? He probably won't win it, but he's got a lot of money in his pocket.
All right, let's throw it down to the winner's circle where Bradley Miller.
Rewind a few decades, and rodeo cowboys were lucky to walk away breaking even from a rodeo weekend. Today, you get to ride bareback horses in the Caesars Superdome for $20,000 in one sitting. What an opportunity.
This is a dream come true being here, and whenever you win, you get to go to Tampa, so we'll see you at Tampa.
You did just punch your ticket to meet us in Tampa Bay in February of 2027, but let's talk about what this experience was like for you outside of the arena. A lot of you athletes like to say there's more to this than just the money and success. So in a huge moment like this, what's most important to you?
What's most important to me is having my family here with me, and a lot of rodeos we go to, it feels like we're a carny. Here we feel like professional athletes.
Well, that is exactly what you are, and walking away with $20,000, guys, this is our 2026 Hondo Rodeo Fest bareback riding champion in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Congratulations to your champion in the bareback riding, Bradley Miller. We have more champions to crown coming up. Steer Wrestling. You're watching the third and final round of the Hondo Rodeo Fest live from New Orleans, Louisiana. Time to get in the steer wrestling, joined by Joe Beaver here. And we're going to kick things off with Tyler Wagispack, Louisiana's own. This event means so much to him. He has not had the showing we're used to seeing, but the round money, it's a big deal as well. But we go all the way down to Tucker Allen, Ty Erickson. That is the guys that really need to step up to try to get that big money.
Yeah, for sure. You know, got 2 world champions down there in the lead in the aggregate. But Tyler Wagispack, definitely probably one, you know, the GOAT, one of the GOATs of steer wrestling, going to go down in history. Never did you think you'd see him run 2 in the Hondo not win money. But you know what $12,000 does that last day? It makes you step up, Danny. So here we go.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty scary to have Tyler Wagispack his first out.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, like, he had one really good steer, broke a barrier. Second steer I didn't like at all, wasn't much chance. Tonight he's got a steer that if he gets a really good start, he can get a good head catch. Wags might throw him in 3, 6, 3, 7. But he's got to get a good start and get him caught. This steer hadn't had a lot done. Here we go. If he's out, see the steer runs through the catch. Wags pulls him, hooks up. Great run at 3-7. That's what Tyler Wagispack does. He takes the steer. He takes his head away. So good in this turf. All right, watch this. He rides all the way in there, gets a really good head catch right there. When he hits, he's always got left leg bent, head, left arm, horn pushed down, coming around. And when he makes him kick, he gets a flat fall. 375. Wags might win something after all here at the Hondo.
Yeah, that 5-time world champion wants some money out of his home state. Get ready for Justin Schaefer. He's on this awesome horse, Banker. This is his horse. We're going to see a lot of guys on him. He got a 3rd place in round 1. No score last night.
Yeah, and this steer's not very good, I'm not going to lie. They threw him down every time, but they've been 4 and 5 on him. 473. You know, Schaefer made a good run on that steer. He just really doesn't have the action. He's really strong, kind of pushes low-headed. Watch his horse. Watch Banker. When he makes that move right there, watch Banker get faster. Puts his feet on down, but see the steer, he kind of hangs up behind him, doesn't clear real good. Schaefer made a great run, but second longer than the lead.
Yeah, had a bit of a tricky steer. A little bit of money for Justin Schaefer out of the Hondo, but not as much as he wanted. Speaking of Louisiana's own, Rowdy Parrott, we got to see him get the round win last night. That was so cool to see. He got a barrier in the first round. That's why he's 6th in the aggregate.
Yeah, and this steer's going to be hard to get money on, I ain't going to lie, but Rowdy Parrott, oh, never mind, he's 383. I really thought maybe best he could win was 4th on that steer. But, you know, you talk about size. Everybody says you got to be tired in size. You don't. You got to know what you have and how to use it. And he does such a good job of getting like Wags. Good head catch, really pulls his head back around, brings him across where he hooks that nose. And there we go, horse of the year again. You know, Crush just takes him by for 383. And Louisiana is 1-2.
Yeah, and he's happy to be here. Rowdy Parrott's going to move into 2nd in the round as we wait for Kyle Irwin. He's 5th in the aggregate right now, but he hasn't won any money so far here at the Hondo. This is his opportunity.
Yeah, you better step up right here, Alabama Slammer, and let one have it. But the main thing is get your feet on the ground fast. Oh, he's got a big chance on this steer, and he doesn't get the inside horn.
No.
Now, that's one that he let get away. That was a big chance on that steer.
And in no time for Kyle Irwin. There were only 5 guys clean on 2 that came into
that's
this.
The steer Rowdy won the round on last night, I'm pretty sure, that little black steer. And, you know, things a little tight, maybe just got bumped up there, didn't get the inside horn, no time.
No time for Kyle Irwin as we get ready for Jesse Brown. And Joe, like I mentioned, there are only 5 guys that were clean on 2 coming into tonight. As we get into these final 4 here in the aggregate, Jesse Brown was one of them. He's number 4, but anything can happen for him to move into the top 2.
Yeah, this is steer wrestling. You got to catch them by hand and throw them, so it's not over. Paying 2 monies in the aggregate, like we've been talking about, 20 and 12. Jesse Brown, this is Banker again.
And he's such an athlete in himself. We know him from being a football player.
Football man, you betcha. A real football player, you know, in college, not just there. Okay, Banker, you know, this horse and Crush are going to make 9 runs here this week, and no mistakes. Isn't that something? That's why they're the athletes, they're horse of the year. There we go. Scores great. Gets out, runs him by. Steer stops.
Oh.
Yeah, that steer let up quite a bit. Just didn't catch the inside horn. He's going to be no time.
No time for Jesse Brown. He had a 4th place check, a little bit of money out of the Hondo, not what he wanted here. But that does kind of leave things open for our next guy as we wait for Dakota Eldridge. He's on the outside looking in. He's 3rd in the aggregate right now. we're used to seeing him be so consistent. He's got to count on that.
He does, and he knows he's third. He just saw Jesse have some problems. He's got to move up one to get some money. He knows that. Here goes Crush again. Rowdy just rode him and was 3-8. Ty will come back and ride him. Ty's in the lead right now in the aggregate. So here we go.
He won second last night with a 3.94. He's maybe a little bit fast. You might as well go ahead and go for the round win here.
You have to. You have to try to put some pressure too, and hope that maybe Tucker Allen or Ty stumps their toe, which isn't going to happen. Got the little red steer caught. This is going to be fast. Pull him around, hooks up. Oh, the steer just didn't take it. 460. He goes to, I think, third maybe.
Yep, that's going to be third place for Dakota Eldridge in the round. And kind of like what you said, he was kind of counting on these final two guys not stubbing their toe.
Yeah, it's such a good camera view a while ago of how the transfer to catch the steer. When he hooks up, you see he's kind of on the end of that nose. Steer's horns are kind of funny, kind of down. May have trapped him a little bit, and he got on the end of that nose and just didn't get the big kick.
4.60. That means he's moving in the aggregate right now, but we have our final two left to go. Reigning world champion Tucker Allen, he's going to be up next. And him and Ty Erickson are really close in time. It's all going to come down to this run.
Yeah, it's a one-header right here. And it's kind of cool. It's the two horses of the year, battling it out also to see who wins the title here at the Hondo Fest.
Yeah, which horse is the better horse of the year?
That's right. Hey, I carried
Depends on the day.
I carried my man to the win. What'd you do?
World champion versus world champion times two.
Cue ball in there putting that look on him, going to holler, you're out or you broke it. Ooh, Tucker's got him caught right now. And he does such a great job. Look at that. 381. This guy's not big. This guy, Rowdy Parrott, they're not big. But technique is so important. And you just saw what it does right there. All right, let me give kudos to Banker again. Scored good. Steers stopped. Tucker does a good job of catching steers that let off and stop, and he just wiped that one out.
All right, well, right now it is in Tucker Allen's wheelhouse. He's leading that aggregate, but Ty Erickson was just ahead of him by a couple tenths of a second.
He's going to have to come back and be 3-something to win the average himself.
Yes, he is, because we were 8.82 for Tucker Allen. That's just changed. About 7/10 of a second between the two of them.
Okay, he's got to have a second here to deal with, maybe make it work. You think these horses aren't worth what they cost? These two right here are going to walk away with all the money just about out of the Hondo Fest.
Well, not to mention Ty Erickson is the owner of Crush. That'll help as well. And he wants to win. He's our reigning Hondo champion out of Phoenix in 2025. He's a world champion. He loves these events. They suit him so well, him and his family. A lot of money for them.
All right, one run for all of it right here. Out, got him caught. Ty Erickson's fixing. Oh, he doesn't. He didn't get him brought all the way back around and get the nose hooked. Then the steer pulled him down. Now the steer's not wanting to play at all. He's just going to lay him down on his side now at 13.5. You never know till the last one's run.
Exactly. It really fell apart there for Ty Erickson. I think that opens it up for Dakota Eldridge to move into second in the aggregate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and watch when he tried to hook that nose right, that steer pulled him down the arena, slipped his nose, tucked his nose next to his chin, and then he just run it up, tried to run over Ty after that. The luck of the draw has a lot to do with it. We talk about it every day, and right there it shows.
Yep, Dakota Eldridge, he ends up second in the aggregate, but Tucker Allen is your champion in the steer wrestling. Waggis Pack gets the round win for $12,000 here out of the Hondo. But let's throw it into your winner's circle now. Kennedy Riggs is going out there to meet our reigning world champion, Tucker Allen, as he adds $20,000 more to his Hondo resume.
In New Orleans, and he is in the Resist All winner's circle with Kennedy Riggs.
Tucker, you are one of the 8 best steer wrestlers in the world, arguably the best right now, reigning world champion. But these are also your friends, not just competitors. How did that camaraderie help you clinch this championship title?
Oh, we're all cheering for each other, and we're all riding each other's horses. I rode Justin Schaefer's horse, Banker, and Ty Erickson's got Crush. Those two horses, who knows how much they won this week.
Well, this is a moment you're going to be reminiscing on for quite a while now, but let's relish in the present moment. What's on your heart right now?
All I got to say is God is good.
God is good, and so is this day for you. Let's present him with his check here. $20,000. This is our steer wrestling champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest in New Orleans.
Well, the reigning world champion in the steer wrestling is now your Hondo champion out of New Orleans. Let's cheer for the teams when we come back. Team roping at the Hondo Rodeo Fest. Welcome back to the Hondo Rodeo Fest. Let's go team! We're here getting ready for the team roping. Joe, this is such a great event here. This is your event, the team roping, one of them. As we get a look at these guys right here, we were talking about it during the break. Wade and Thorpe, they are your only clean team on two heads.
It could be the last ones they run together for a while. You know, T-Wade's taking the summer off, and then Thorpe's got him another partner lined up, it looks like. So this could be a huge win, but they're 5 seconds ahead. That's a leg. You know what I mean? So that's a big difference. If you put a team like that, world champions together, they should win the event. But we just saw in the steer wrestling, you never know till it's over.
It's not over till it's over, and we did see that in the steer wrestling. It fell apart for our very last competitor all the way down the list. If you're one of these early guys, you're not really thinking about the aggregate. How much can that change the competition for the round?
Oh, it changes a lot because, you know, you look right there, you take the top 4 teams. They're trying to be 3 and win to go around, win the $12,000 to get out of here with good money. And the guys at the bottom, you're going to watch that, but you can't really pay a lot of attention to it because you don't give your spot up. Now, you go back to like Ward and Long and Durgis and Jr., they got to win something to go around and hope somebody messes up. So the go around is going to be tough before it ever gets down to the final 2.
No, definitely. As you take a look at this list right here, who do you have your eye on for the round?
You know, I've been saying that I think Petska and Rogers are going to strike, but then you look, Dustin Esquiza is going to have it on him so fast or not that they could probably win the round and try to put some pressure on T-Wade.
Well, they
so
got
I'm
the
picking
round.
those 2.
They got the round win last night. We're going to start things off with Colton Schmidt and Jonathan Torres. It has not been the Hondo they wanted to have. A miss in round 1, a leg last night. What do you think from this team?
I think 12,000 reasons that you could be 3-5 right here. You know, you better get a good start and have it hung on him right now if you're Colton Schmidt, because Jonathan Torres, his healing has stepped up the last 2 or 3 years to a level where he's a real contender. He's a real healer. All right, Colton, you're the quarterback of this run. Throw that ball where he can catch and do it fast. He's got to ride up and reset. You know, quick setups like this, I always like to get in and get out because it's going to happen fast. You know it is, but evidently Steer's not letting him. All right, here we go. One swing throw. Duck. Duck. That man back there is a healer, but see, like when he stuck it on him to me, you know, he went maybe another jump down the arena a little bit further, and Jonathan was kind of ready to come in, and the timing was off. Watch this. See that Steer kind of down the arena and takes a big old wild hop. And towards the fence right there, he needed to be throwing right there, and he just didn't have the throw.
Their best run so far.
Yeah, that's when it's a bad week, when that's your best run so far. You're not having the week you want.
No, that's exactly right. But this team right here, they have been so incredible to watch this last year. Clint Summers, Jade Corkill, world champions, absolutely incredible. They're 7th in the aggregate, but watching them try to rope for a round, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, this should be really fast. You know, Clint knows now that after last night, it's just a nod, swing, come over the chute, and then let Jade Corkill do what he does, and that's heel steers by 2 feet. All right, so here we go. No transmission, probably 2 years old now, and he's probably won $500,000 just at the national finals on this horse. Well, I know he has, maybe more.
How important is a veteran horse like that?
It's
in
so
the setup?
important. If he's out, they got a chance to be. Oh, Jay didn't get that one. Steer took a funny little hop right there.
I did not see that coming.
No, I don't either, and neither did Jay, I promise you. But that steer took, we get to see a replay. It looks like right here he's got him measured all perfect. And that steer just didn't really hop very good. His kind of back end swung under him, under Jade a little bit right there, and he just didn't take it very good.
A little bit of bad luck right there.
Maybe Louisiana could turn it around, Janie. Here we go.
That's right. That's what we need. Kyle Dennison, Louisiana's own, paired with Lane Mitchell. Kyle 2 times the NFR. Lane's off his first NFR. This is where we turn things around in the team roping. 6 in the aggregate, and like I said, they're going for the round as well. $12,000 plus on the line.
And Kyle's got all kind of family here, so you want to win in front of your family, you sure want to win your home venue. Let's just call the Superdome hometown right here.
It's pretty cool hometown rodeo.
Oh, pretty cool place to call hometown. He's down the road a little ways, but we're going to call it hometown if he's about 3'5". Lane Mitchell waiting on his chance right here to do what he does, clean it up. All right, got a swing, got it on him. Nope, doesn't. One horn. One horn, no catch, no time. So it's kind of really opened and fell apart first 3 teams.
Joe, what is going on?
Trying to be 3 seconds is awfully hard. You know, it looks easy a lot of times. A lot of guys that steer step left, and he was maybe in behind him just a little bit, and he couldn't get to but one horn, rope the outside horn.
No time.
Here's my team going to turn it around right here.
You said this from the beginning.
I've been waiting on him to snap, and it's time to do it.
Eric Rogers, Corey Petska. Talk about a legendary veteran team. Eric Rogers, he's won the 2024 Hondo Championship with Paul Eves. Now he wants to share a little bit of that with Corey.
Yeah, get things rolling before the summer here with your old partner. Right now it's wide open, but it's going to get tight. At some point, you might as well be the team to do it. You know, and like I said, they've seen these steers twice, so you ought to have a game plan.
Yeah, they won 4th in the first round, caught a barrier last night.
Yeah, Barry last night made to win a lot, fast run. So, you know, Rogers, he's thinking about that. Give a little bit more. He's out. Got it on him. Petska whips it down in the switch. Leg. Ooh, 484 goes to 984. Well, the team roping is opened up so far. Look, Rogers gets pulled back a little bit, and he does a good job of skipping it on out there. Looks like Pitt's got a good look at him, just got an outside leg. It happens, 984.
I just knew we were going to get the round win off of our first couple of guys because they were really going for it. So far, that has not been the case. As we get ready for Caleb and Junior, that is Caleb Driggers and Junior Nagara getting ready. 4th in the aggregate, so it's definitely got some potential to be moving on up.
Yeah, and the go-around's wide open, you know. That's another 12, you know, 10, 7,000, whatever it is, 7,000. So here's the deal. You're going to make the best run you can, but you also know it's easy. So you're going to get money right here today. You're not going to let that money get away. Not when they like these guys and rope for money.
They won 2nd last night.
Yeah, 2 seconds is a lot of money to leave out of here with. All right, Driggers. He's going to set things going. Junior's going to be ready to throw. There it is. Got him turned, Junior. Ooh. Ooh. This go-around, a leg is winning first.
Joe, what happened there?
Well, Junior just kind of got by, and he tried to pull off a Superman shot. He's Superman. He is Superman. But you can see right there, he got by, and that steer comes back hard and fast, and he switches. He hits hard to the outside, and Junior didn't think that next jump was going to be so far underneath him, and it was. And Superman can pull Superman shots off. They just don't always work.
Well, it's an aggregate based on time, so they know they had to make something happen. Same with this team right here, your reigning world champions, Andrew Ward and Jake Long.
Yeah, but you know they're going to go catch. I bet you they're going to go catch. Yeah, they're going to go make sure they give themselves a chance to win, what, 2nd? Let's just say 7,500 or whatever. And if somebody messes up the average, so be it. Smart run. This Andrew Ward, though, he is a header. That steer stepped left. He just took an extra swing, and he came back with him. But watch when he comes back, how the steer's feet come together for Jake. Right there. Puts them together instead of when sometimes the steers go down the arena, they get real wide. And you do that for Jake Long. Jake Long going to rope 2 feet every time.
5.39 to now be sitting number 1 in the aggregate. I know I've said that a few times before.
And the easiest round we've seen all week.
So what do you do here when you are Dustin Skiza and Paul Eves? Paul Eves, he wants a three-peat. He wants his third Hondo championship for himself. Right now they're number 2 in the aggregate coming into tonight. They got to make something happen, though, with the team
He's
behind
got the
him.
right partner if he wants to win first, I'm telling you. Dustin is not thinking about catching. Paul wants to three-peat, and Dustin needs to say, man, I am just the man you need for the job. Let me get a swing and get it. Oh, and he misses. Now, see, yeah, that's the one thing a guy's got to do. When you got a chance to just catch for 12,000, it's hard to take that throw. But he knows he catches that throw so many times. And if he catches, he's going to put all the kind of pressure on. But right now, it's wide open for the team riding in the box, the world champions, to go catch and win the Hondo and win 20,000.
That is Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe. So far coming into tonight, they were the only team to be clean on 2 runs. They're leading the aggregate by quite a landslide, but look at that leaderboard right there. You come out here, you just catch, but that's not as easy as you would think.
It's hard to do, but I'm going to bet T-Wade comes across there and slicks one right around the neck to make sure he doesn't pop it off. And Thorpe, he's going to take a swing over him and put the big gate on the ground, and it's going to be the championship right here.
This team knows everything about handling pressure of a situation like this.
Good start. T-Wade runs in there. Yep, that slick neck. I saw that coming. Thorpe comes in there and finishes, and they just got paid $20,000 plus second to go around, I think.
Yep.
Or third, and then,
Second.
so a big day right here.
Wow.
When you put T-Wade in this position, watch this, right around the neck. He ain't gonna pop it off the horns. You can bet on that. Wesley Thorpe, when you give him 2 swings over their hips, 1, 2, bottom strand on the ground, you're not gonna miss. That's why they're world champions 2 times over.
Ooh, a businessman run, and they get it done for the World Championship team. Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe leaving the Hondo with lots of money. Possibly their last event together for quite some time. I don't know, Joe. That was so fun to see them go out with a win like that.
That was good stuff.
So exciting. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe, you're champions here, and they are headed towards that winner's circle. What a team roping, though. It started to seem like it was going to fall apart, and then it all came back together.
It fell apart a lot.
Andrew Ward and Jake Long are going to get the round win with 5.39, and Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe are going to end up second place. Colton Schmidt and Jonathan Torres going to pick up some money. Eric Rogers and Corey Petska, they looked good, but it kind of did fall apart a little bit. But we're excited about our champions with Kennedy Riggs.
Are the 2 that we were looking forward to watching here in the winner's circle, and they're here to prove it with checks in hand. And I'm going to come to you. What an experience this is. The Hondo was created for you as contestants, but also as the experience for the fans. But that comes with a big payout. What does this kind of money mean to you as a rodeo athlete?
You know, a lot of people don't know, but I just got tired of rodeoing this year and was ready to take a break. And there was no better rodeo like the Hondo to step up. Let us rope for the money that we've really been wanting to rope for. Had a great weekend. Everybody here, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for supporting rodeo. God is good.
Nothing better than this. These are our team roping champions here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest for 2026 in New Orleans.
Congratulations.
Wow, Joe, what a way to go out for that awesome team. And, you know, T-Wade said it. Events like this, the Hondo, if they could have these, it would change the sport of rodeo. Really exciting for them and the money that they got out of the team roping.
They get to see 2, 3, 4 a year. I'd like to see 1, you know. This is a great setup.
No, it absolutely is. We're getting ready for our saddle bronc riding, and this is a tight competition. We're talking 3.7 points between first and 5th. That's Sage Newman at first and Zeke Thurston at 5th.
And you put Zeke Thurston 3 points behind, that's not anything. If he's got a horse that he'll get your 3-point gain quick.
That's exactly right. So it's extremely tight for this aggregate championship and that $20,000. As we go down the list, we saw it in the bareback riding. This is kind of going to be your TV pen setup here in the saddle bronc riding, just like what we saw earlier, which means these horses, they've got a little bit of everything. They're really flashy, an opportunity to show off, an opportunity for 90-plus points.
Well, it's an opportunity for these guys to do what they do, and that's show you how they ride the good horses, how fast their feet are, how correct they're riding them, and the judges are going to be watching for that too, because they know these aren't the eliminators. These are ones that you're supposed to show off on, and it's going to show with the points. We saw in the Bareback ride.
Yeah, and as you go down this list, Sage Newman, he is going to be your aggregate champion going into today, or the guy that's leading the aggregate, if you will. He went over 90 points last night to be so electric, but I thought that every one of these guys, they're the best in the world. It could be anybody's day-to-day based on draw.
Yeah, and Wyatt Casper stepped up last night, gave himself a chance to win the average too by, riding a horse that was really good and showing off. Can they do it tonight? That's the difference. It's the last one. You can't stump your toe on these good horses and expect high points.
Draw's definitely going to go into play, which, gives me the opportunity to give a shout out to McCoy Rodeo, as well as the stock contractors that they brought some really top level animals, NFR level bucking stock, and that's what makes it really fun to watch and fun for these athletes. That's what they want to compete with.
They know when they get here they have a chance to win. That's the important part.
We get a little bit of a riding competition, less of a drawing competition. Weston Patterson is going to be starting us off. I talked to him earlier today. Actually, a lot of rematches in this pin across the board, actually. This is a rematch for Weston. He has Shaney's Fancy Freckles from Diamond G. He had this horse in Salt Lake City just last year for about 81, 82 points is what he told me. Not what he wanted. He said, maybe don't mention that on TV, but here I am mentioning it.
Too late.
But he's going to have to dress this one up to really get some points out of it and make a statement being first out.
Yeah, because looking down the list, and I mean, I look at the bottom. You look at Sage Newman and Seamus. I mean, that's a chance. We all know that. So you better dress these up and have a lot of points under you if you think you're going to win the go-around at the top of the list.
Weston, fresh off his first NFR. There's the nod. Let's go.
And he is. Weston's doing his job. This horse jumping high, dropping low, real slow and heavy, but he beat him to the ground every time. He rode his ride. Is that horse going to be enough to get everybody at the end? He was 82 only once before. I don't know.
Nice horse. Like you mentioned, big, heavy, strong on the front. Maybe Weston started to get just a little, actually watching it in slow motion, he was right there. Maybe a little behind on the last two jumps. Gonna cost him a couple points. But that's a good ride to kick us off. 80.9. Yeah, those last few jumps cost him just a couple points there, Joe.
Yeah, and he already said, that horse was 82 Brady points before, so it isn't like you're going to be sticking an 88-point ride on one probably like that.
Okay, here comes Cade Bruno. He's looked awesome at this year's Hondo. He split third and fourth last night. He's got little brother from Andrews Pro Rodeo. Also a rematch for Cade. He was 86 points on this horse just last season.
That's what you like when you had him when you're 86 points on. If you can find you 2 more points out of there somewhere in your ride, you're 88, then you got a chance to win something. So this is a matchup Cade's probably looking forward to.
All right. Oh, that's going to be an automatic reride for Cade Bruno when that horse turned around. At least it should be. And then he just came around, picked up his timing, makes a good ride right there.
Yeah, he's going to look for the reride on that one. He's looking at the crowd, talking to the crowd over there, waving.
They are going to be giving him a reride, and it is such an awkward feeling, I imagine, when a horse turns around backwards in the chute.
But what the pros do and the guys that are good at what they do, they just pick right up.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it looks like it just would break all your concentration, and he just picked up like nothing to it, talked to the crowd at the end of the ride. You can't beat that.
All right, Cade, go ahead and grab your saddle. We'll see you here in just a little bit on your reride horse. Oh, there's Archie Bradley, former Major League Baseball pitcher. How cool is it to have these big-time professional athletes cheering on our professional rodeo athletes?
Yeah, that mixes it up good, and that's what the Hondo Fest is so good about, bringing in the people, the personal part of rodeo.
He's been here all weekend.
Yes, he
was
has.
in Phoenix. He loves everything about the Hondo. Here goes Lefty Holman on American Hats, Wind Me Up. He made a joke to me this morning when I talked to him about how he's really not sure if he can ride this horse, and he knows he can.
Oh, kind of running down the chute, looked like a little bit, and then this horse is getting it.
Oh,
a lot of tame time, but he's behind, and he's hard to track, slinging his head.
I'll tell you one thing,
Maybe
Joe.
that's why he was talking that.
That was not very much fun. Maybe Lefty was on to something when I talked to him.
That's why he said that.
I thought he was being sarcastic, but maybe he wasn't. Yeah, just kind of an awkward move right there. Hits himself on the gate. Then threw all kinds of inconsistent jumps at Lefty. Yeah, I thought maybe they were going to give him a reride, but I haven't seen the flag yet, so maybe not for Lefty Holman. And that was just kind of a tough go of things in the saddle bronc riding.
Yeah, that's a hard one to place on today. He's looking around saying, hey, Did y'all see that?
Yeah, he
y'all-
is.
Did y'all watch what I just went through?
I was looking for it too, Joe. Oh, having a conversation with one of our officials, and I'm going to say maybe not. Oh, there's Todd Terrell, the president of the Cajun Navy. Very cool. Only at the Hondo do you get to see professional athletes and amazing people like Todd Terrell on the back of the chutes, helping on what looks like our 4-time world champion, Zeke Thurston. 4-time world champion. And Joe, I love this horse. They win so much money on this horse. 90+ points down the road all season long. He won round 1, but he's 5th in the aggregate. But we talked about it.
3 points aren't anything when you got Lindsey's Thunder Rolls here. Because
Exactly.
he can move up fast.
3.7 points. It's kind of odd to say 0.7, but
Yeah.
that's how we do our scoring system here, which is awesome here at the Hondo.
Here we go. This is how Zeke Thurston moves up the list. Look, big old drop right in front of the judges, makes a big circle, lets him show off both legs, both feet to the point of the shoulders, back to the saddle. What more do you want when you want to take the lead in the round?
That horse is just flashy. He's such a flashy style. Showy, everything circles around right in front of the judges. So good for Zeke Thurston. What are they going to do with that? I think we're going to see some very big points. He was excited about it too. 89.5.
Yep. See, that's how he makes up points, Janie. 89.5.
Okay, so that puts Zeke number 1 in the aggregate for now. And it's very, very close. We mentioned just a little over 3.5 points between 1st and 5th, which was him. Now we get ready for Damian Brennan, the awesome Aussie. He's 4th in the aggregate. He has just been doing what he does all season long, just so solid, so consistent, never makes the bobble. He has Shazam from McCoy Rodeo. I looked up this horse there, 85 points on him at Mercedes. Bucked off a guy at Kissimmee, Florida. That's what you want to see. That means this horse bucks.
Yeah, you don't want to see 80.77.
No.
You want when it tries you on this last day. You know, especially right where Damian's at right now, he needs to move up. He needs to put some pressure on the other 2 guys, 3 guys left and see what happens. Ooh, big jump.
Oh, wow. Damian.
I mean, going at him, staying ahead of him. Look how he just looks so controlled all the time, doesn't he?
Always.
He never looks like he's out of whack, out of control. He doesn't get behind horses. They don't seem to beat him out very often. That's control.
He just very rarely bobbles no matter what kind of horse. And this horse was electric too, had a lot of power. Great ride by Damian Brennan.
I don't know if he'll get Zeke, but he's going to be close.
Right. Zeke's horse circled around in front of the chute.
Stayed
to
right
kind
there
of make
close
a
so everybody could
difference.
see it, yeah.
But Damian did everything he could. Let's hear it. 88.2.
So see, he is right there with him.
Let's see. That's going to make it very close here. Getting ready for Wyatt Casper, 3rd in the aggregate. He's also looked so solid. These guys really are the best in the world. And look at this horse.
Look at this horse jump and kick. Timing is good. You know, now you're in a judging contest because really and truly Wyatt makes the same ride Damian made on the same type of horse to me. Both the guys in control, always ahead of them, never behind. Horse bucked all the way through the 8 seconds. You're going to be close.
This horse, Blessed Day, has been so awesome for so long. Wyatt's had this horse a handful of times, many different times across the season, and a great ride. I don't know how you judge this one, Joe. And there's Garrett Nussmeier right there, the LSU Tigers quarterback. 89.4
Yes,
points for Damian. I
That's
mean, for
gonna
Wyatt
help him in the
Casper.
average. The aggregate, that's going to put the pressure on to keep him ahead of Zeke.
Yes, it is.
So Wyatt Casper's now in the
Wyatt Casper's number
driver's
1.
seat. Yes, he is.
It's so close. It's just going to get better and better as we get to our last 2 Cowboys in the saddle bronc riding. Statler right. Also, it has another horse that's been around a long time, E.T. from J-Bar J Pro Rodeo. Statler's our reigning world champion, and he has shown why here at the Hondo. He won a 2nd place. He's been just consistent. This horse should suit him just about perfectly.
But tough as to go around, and Wyatt and Damian have done, he can't make a mistake. All right, Statler Here he goes. He's not making a mistake. This horse jumps, kicks, honest, does the same thing, makes a little half-turn circle out there in front, lets the judges see him. That helps.
Yeah,
Stadler did his job.
Stadler did his job. He's chasing Wyatt Casper's #1 in that aggregate. But he has just been flawless all weekend long, too. This has been such a tough saddle bronc riding with the level of stock. And Stadler, he is just riding like a true veteran. It's wild to think he's already got his first world championship at the young part of his career. What is this guy going to achieve? 88.4 for Stadler. Right should move him into that #1 spot and closer to $20,000 with one more guy left to sweat out. And that guy just happens to be Sage Newman.
Yeah, we just watched him in the highlights, 90 points.
And he's got Seamus. This horse, they have won so much on this horse
if you're
as well.
wanting to win this event and you're in the last round, this is handpicked.
Yeah, you want
this is the one you want.
You want the good gray.
This is the one you want right here.
And this is a rematch for Sage as well. He had this horse at Houston to win a round. They've won rounds at Houston, at Fort Worth. Sage was really excited about this matchup. Not to mention, he's got that #1 spot coming into this. It's in his driver's seat.
Here's where you prove your point. I belong here. I belong in the top of the elite bronc riders because I've got the best horse. I've got the chance to win. I've finished the job right here.
The door is open. He's just got to walk through. And he's our reigning co-champion of the Hondo Rodeo with Cade Bruno from last year. He loves the Hondo, but he doesn't want to split it this time.
Let's have it again.
He's like, I want to win this all out.
Here we go, Sage. It's yours to win. And Seamus, look at this big gray. Give him every opportunity, and he is taking advantage of it. Ooh, that horse bucked. What more do you want from a bucking horse than that right there, Janie, when you're in the lead?
Joe, that might be one of the better trips I've seen this horse have.
That horse bucked.
Seamus likes the Caesar Superdome.
He might win the go-around right here.
I mean, we might break 90 points again.
Yeah. He takes a little run at him, and then right here, he gives him every opportunity to show his stuff.
Oh, boy, that horse kicked straight in the air. Sage is just waiting. He's like, give me 90. 90.2.
There we go.
And what a showing from Sage Newman. Tip your hat to the crowd.
How about he doesn't have to split it this time? He wins his spot, doesn't he?
He's going to win every bit of that 20,000 plus a round win, two round
last
wins.
Night. Yeah, there's a Maverick contender again.
Absolutely,
there
is. He's gotten a check in round 1, 2 round wins right there. If anybody messes up, Sage Newman might be adding another 50,000.
He sure might. All
we
right.
still have a re-ride.
Boy, and does he he better step up. K-Bird be as good as he can possibly be.
Ooh, 90.2 for Sage Newman to currently be in the lead. Cade Bruno, he is going for the round here as he gets ready on his re-ride. And, we talked about kind of the awkwardness of a horse turning around in the chute and having to now get off and get your saddle off and go move
go back
it.
and do it again, and not very much time. Not like a usual rodeo that come back in the next event. This is right now. Get your stuff, get on, nod your head.
Well, and not to mention something that these saddle bronc riders have to take into mind is how much rein you give this horse. Because you were prepared for the horse that you drew. Now you're thinking, I think he's going to have Blackberry Brandy from Generations Pro Rodeo, if I'm not mistaken. He's kind of asking guys as he's running back there, hey, do you know this horse? How much rein do I give it? Got to kind of reestablish what he's thinking in his mind with a new horse. But, they do this all season long. And when you're used to it, it doesn't faze
all you want, when you're at that level, all you want is another chance to win. You get another chance to win, you don't worry about it.
Especially for a guy like Cade Bruno. Household name in the bronc riding, 4 times the NFR. They are just excited to get another chance.
No, that's all you want. You just want another chance, a fair chance to win. The Hondo Fest crowd is in the house here at the Superdome.
Oh, they absolutely are. And Josie Connor said it. This is a party city, and NOLA is loving everything about the Hondo Rodeo being in town.
Yeah, I'd like to attend this rodeo back about 40 years ago. It would have been a lot of fun. I might not have made it in time to rope. All right, re-ride, and you're sitting there knowing you got to be 90 points. I mean, you got to be 89 to win anything really good in a good check in this go-around. So you hold nothing back right here for your Cade Bruno.
You got to be 90.3, actually, which is even
and
wilder.
And then like an 89, 88 to win 89.5 and 89.4, you got to be 90. You might as well be 91.
Yeah,
just
go
go
ahead
and be
go
91.
For 91.
Yeah.
Well, and he's probably not going to win the aggregate. I think Sage Newman just about gotten that buttoned up for him. But Cade Bruno, He wants money, and that's the best thing about the Hondo is there's more than one way to get a big payout.
Yeah, 12,000 reasons right now to be the best you can be.
You know, I talked to all the bronc riders today at the hotel, and they were just so happy and excited to be here. Every single one of the contestants at the Hondo are just so excited for this opportunity to be treated like professional athletes in a professional athlete venue, Caesars Superdome. This is something that rodeo athletes have dreamed about for generations, and now it's here.
Yeah. 30, 40 years ago, they had a chance to do this, and it kind of went to the wayside. And I'm so glad to see Cord and the people bring it back and give the guys a chance to compete. Small numbers, the elite, the best livestock, the best venues, and big money.
Well, and also bringing rodeo to a crowd like this here in New Orleans. We have a lot of fans out here that maybe haven't ever been to a rodeo before. This is their first time. Wow, you're going to be spoiled for rodeo after being here.
This ain't a normal rodeo. All right, Kay, nod your head and see what you got. Big rare out of there. Good mark out. Kay Bruno's going at this one. He knows he's got to be 90 to win something.
That was a nice horse and a nice ride. He's going to be a lot of points. I don't think we're going to break into the 90s, but Cade Bruno did his job, and that horse did too. Very nice.
And you know it's hard when you know you got, but look at that big rear out of there and a good mark out. He's going to wish that was earlier in the week because that would have won good money.
All right, what are they going to do for Cade Bruno and Blackberry Brandy? Horse kind of went down the pin a little bit, but that awesome move out of the chute was definitely getting him some good points. 87.9, not going to get him a check in the go-round. We knew it before, though. Sage Newman, 90.2 points to win the go-round and now win the aggregate, $20,000. Back-to-back Hondo champion is now standing by with Kennedy Riggs.
Resist all winner's circle with Kennedy Riggs.
Sage, 3 days, 2 90-point rides, $20,000, and thousands of new rodeo fans just watched you do it. What's your message to them today?
Oh, you can't beat this. Thanks for everybody coming out. It's a blessing to be here, and yeah, that was an awesome bronc riding and a great rodeo, and like I say, you can't ask for anything more.
We'll see you in Tampa in a handful of months. This is Sage Newman, our saddle bronc champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest, New Orleans.
Sage Newman wins back-to-back Hondo champions. Congratulations to him and a lot of money out of New Orleans. When we come back from the Hondo, we have a lot left in store for you. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Hondo Rodeo Fest for the first time ever in New Orleans, Louisiana. $1 million rodeo in the Caesars Superdome. It's all coming together thanks to now joining us James Trawick, co-founder, CEO of the Hondo. Here in New Orleans, it has been a dream come true for everyone involved.
Absolutely. When we set out to do this, I started talking to all my friends that are competitors that come from Louisiana. To think about them competing here at the Superdome, man, it's a dream come true for me to help create this opportunity for them and for the people of Louisiana to get to see rodeo at this level. It usually happens out west, but we finally got to bring it to the southeast.
Well, and you brought it to the Superdome, which in Louisiana,
Right.
this is hallowed ground right
Right.
here. You know what I mean? Great job.
Thank you so much.
And the big news is we're coming back.
The big news is we're coming back. This is going to be an annual event. We're going to come back every year. The governor's been extremely helpful in making that possible for us, and we formed a strong relationship now with the Saints and the city and everybody here in Louisiana. Now that everyone's sampled it, we're excited because we're going to blow the roof off of this thing next year.
It's already been so incredible. And how much has the city of New Orleans, you mentioned the governor, just truly embraced the sport to bring it to what it is?
So much so that we're talking about rounding up a couple of Longhorns and doing a parade down Bourbon Street next year as a kickoff party.
Oh, there you go.
This
Now,
is going to be
that
wild.
That would be the Hondo push right
Right.
there.
We're all about it. Give us an invite. But
Come
the
on.
best thing about the Hondo Rodeo Fest is you guys are covering the country. We're going to Phoenix in November
That's
and then
right.
Tampa next year in 2027.
That's right.
How exciting is it for this
We're
sport?
covering the whole country. We're going to be in Phoenix here in just a few short months. November will be here before you know it, but the new market that we're expanding into is Tampa.
Yeah.
We've got Raymond James Stadium in a partnership with the Tampa Bay Bucks. We're going out there. It's going to be wild, taking the Cowboys to the beach. I'm so excited
Well,
for that.
once again, too, it's not like you're going to the little corner lots. You know, you're
Right.
going to the main
Right.
venue in the main towns and bringing it to the people so the people can come to it.
Listen, rodeo deserves to be on that platform. We've been fighting for that for
Yeah,
a very
long
long time. And the fans are here for it. Phoenix has proven it. We sold it out in our second year. We're going to do great things together for the sport of rodeo.
Rodeo deserves it. Our fans deserve it. But we are so grateful to you and your team for all that you guys have done for the sport. Thanks, James.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much.
All right, we got to get back into it. Our $1 million rodeo. We're kicking off our tie-down roping. We have more money to pay out. We're going to kick things off with Tough Cooper. Not the Hondo that we expected from him, Joe. He was in no time in round number one. He got a fourth place check last night. He really changed things around, but we got to win a round tonight.
That's what I was going to say. I talked to him a little bit last night. We visited and hung out a little bit. And here's the deal. He knows what he's got to do to change stuff around and get to winning. You know, it's about Tough Cooper being in the right mindset to be offensive and wanting to rope. And if he's like that, you're not going to beat him. Tonight he's got a chance. I like his calf. It's a great set of calves, but being the first roper, he's going to start us off and set a time that those guys have to beat. Tough's out, got it on him right now. That's what Tough Cooper does. Gets him, makes a great move, getting him flanked, about 6 seconds. Oh, he hangs the string. 7:36. He didn't hang a string right there. He's 6'8", 6'9", but because he was so aggressive with the throw, did he get the barrier, though? Nah, I think he got the barrier. He's 7'3", but I think they're going to add 10 to that.
7.36 plus 10 for Tough Cooper, and his Hondo trip is over. Got a little bit of money out of here, but we're working our way from the slowest in the aggregate to the fastest. But Kincaid, we got to see his cousin over here, the LSU Tigers quarterback, going to be helping him in the box. How amazing is that?
Yeah, that's what's so cool about the Hondo. You know, it lets the people that we have time to show and acknowledge the people that you have family, you know, the sports that are in the state. All right, Kincaid's having a great year, winning a lot. He and Omario, if he got out, he's going to be 6 all day right here. Got him strong. Oh, Kev kind of flans the legs at him, and he's 740. But look here, Cuz said, hey, man, that's still a good run. I like that.
Garrett Nussmeier right there. That's the LSU quarterback right there. Kincaid's cousin. It's a family affair of professional rodeo athletes.
Yeah, he does a good job. He's out. Got him caught right now. Right here, I thought he was going to be like 6'8", 6'9", but watch this Kev. When he strings him, he just kind of flows those legs just a little bit at him. Oh, he must have come untied in no time.
Calf got up in a no time for Kincaid, and that was going to be a good run.
Kind of starting out like the team roping.
It
you know,
is.
at the top, no good runs.
Well, you're going to go for it here.
Hope it changes here.
Actually, Kincaid got a jerk down violation right there. Moving on to John Douch, though. He won the round last night, Joe. He wants another round win. We won $24,000.
That's right. Another 12 would just be fine. Sure make that trip back better. You know, John, he didn't have any luck the first night. He He said, man, that was ridiculous. I'm not going to have that happen again. Last night, made the best run of the week by far. I thought it was 6.6. That's what you want to do when you're at the first of the go around is go back and do it. You know, and John, that's one thing about him. He likes to go first. He likes to set the pace. Now, a lot of guys, and me included, always like to go last, see what you got to do. Not John. He wants to go first. He wants to set the pace, let everybody come at him. So here we go. If he's out, he's got it on him quick. I don't know, he left early, looks like, but hope he's out because he's going to be 6 again. I hope he didn't break the, well, looked like he was 6 to me.
We're going to go to our backup timer for this to see. Like you said, Joe, that looked fast. 6.
Yes, sir. I mean,
6.68 for
man,
John
me and that
Dowch.
clock were about to have a wrestling match because we need that 12,000, Janie. All right, John Dowch. This is what I keep looking for at the national finals out of him, Janie. Taking that start and throwing and showing how fast. That's how he made a living when he was 17, 18 years old, tying them fast. Good for John.
2 6.6-second runs here at the Hondo. That's what you want to see. We're getting ready here, though, for Dylan Hancock. He's 5th in the aggregate. No money so far.
Got out, got it on him, turn around. Well, he has to kind of skip him, but Dylan's set up to be fast. You know, the rope has been on the ground every time this week, and it doesn't affect a good calf, but it makes you kind of look up and see when you string the calf if they move around, and it's kind of got him a little bit this week. Gonna have to go back, get our O-line back out, get things going for the summer.
9.6 seconds for Dylan Hancock. Not as fast as he wanted to be, not the trip to Hondo that he wanted. Still chasing that 6.68 by your guy John Dowch earlier. We're getting ready here for Ty Harris.
You know,
he's had a good showing.
He has, but you know, we saw him fall down there and stuff last night. You know, he broke his foot at Houston, and I've talked to him a couple times about it. And it's one of those deals where when your foot rolls, it doesn't feel good. He's out, got it on him, figure it's a tail, but it comes off. Ty's in good shape right here. Overflanks him just a little bit. And, you know, here's what I'm saying. Those are minute mistakes. I mean, I'm picking them to pieces, but he's still 7.8 right there. That's a great time and a great run. But the little things, a clock will just really eat your time up. When he figure eight's the tail right there, he has to stay there and stirrup just a tick to make sure. And then when he flanks him right here, kind of a little bit on his back, good recovery, 7.8.
And Joe, Ty was 3rd in the aggregate, so he's trying to move into that top 2, but his brother is 2nd, his brother Joel, and had a little bit of over a second lead on him. So we'll see. We saw it fall apart there. Oh, look right there, Doug Nussmeier, the offensive coordinator and QB coach for the New Orleans Saints.
Look, he's over there talking to him.
Family there
He's over there talking to Kincaid's cousin like, hey, man, hey, keep getting better. I might want you.
Well, and speaking of Louisiana, and maybe one of the Saints' biggest fans, and LSU's biggest fan sure, is Shane Anchey, world champion. Came out, split the first round with Riley Webb. Had a tough second go, but things can turn around for Shane pretty quick. He's 4th in the aggregate, but if he is wicked fast.
He's got to be dirty fast to get ahead. He's out, 2 swings, got it on him. All right, Strand wants him to win more so he can have more toys. Down and back, wrap, no, a little bit of push, pull. Kev's going to, I don't know if he stayed tied long enough. 8-4. I'm going to think that Kev got up too fast, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. A disappointing way for Shane to end things, but I have a feeling he's going to be back here in New Orleans.
Well, and that lets Ty Harris, you know, stay in the lead in the average right there, aggregate with 2 left. To beat him is Joel Harris, his brother, and Riley Webb.
Yeah, no time for Shane as we get ready for Riley Webb. He's number 1 in the aggregate, your 3-time and reigning world champion. We just saw him be 6'5" at Houston under pressure. He thrives off of any challenge he can get.
This is what he likes right here. And he's got a Kev tough tied in 7, 5, or 6 last night. So, you know, the thing about it is, 7 flat, he's going to win it. Probably Joe Brady have to make a big run to catch him, but he's not thinking that. He's thinking John Dowch 6'6", I'm going to be 6'5". That's just the way he is. This boy is a winner. Steps up to the occasion when he has to. New horse that he bought a few months ago. Seems to be working out really good. All right, Riley Webb's out. 2 swings, got it on him. Sets up perfect. He's going to be dirty fast right here. 6:79. Man, that's what he does. He puts pressure on when he has the chance. Watch this. 2 swings, ropes. Now right here, see him pull on that slack so that Kev's standing. Big, strong flank, and right here does all he has to do to put all the pressure on to win the Hondo Fest. It's all up to JB.
Awesome run by Riley Webb. Moves him into second in the round, still holding on to that aggregate number 1 in a very strong way. As we get set for Joel Harris here, kind of competing against his brother on this one for that
sure.
number 2 spot.
But look, he's standing in the box with him. Joel Braden got an early start. Luke didn't work very good. I don't know how fast he's got to be to stay ahead of Ty. What a recovery, but I don't know. I didn't see the clock stop. I'm not sure he had his hand on him, the rope come off.
You don't see that happen very
pulled.
often.
No, he started early and got pulled and didn't get back to the front. He's 8-2 with all that. Creed. Creed
in the house. You know, a lot of the members of Creed were in our hotel earlier, meeting all of our rodeo contestants. So excited to be here at the Hondo. But this is how things all played out in the tie-down roping. Your guy, John Dowd, he gets the win again. $24,000 out of the Hondo for
Look
him.
at that Joel Harris, that hustle with that one leg catch,
so
and he wins second. How about that?
So close for that second place spot, but you know who wasn't close? The aggregate win. Riley Webb, 21.86 on 3, and another $20,000 for Riley. Let's get down to Kennedy.
A lot of obstacles this weekend and a lot of pressure, but you never seem to bat an eye at it. What keeps you so grounded on weekends like this?
You know, God gives me the talent and ability, and I just get to shine for Him. And what awesome format and a place we get to have fun and compete in front of all these awesome fans. And thank you for having us.
No one better to see here in the winner's circle, you guys. This is our tie-down champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest in New Orleans, Louisiana.
No surprise for Riley Webb getting the championship. He's kind of a local Louisiana guy now. We have more champions to crown when we come back. Breakaway's up next. things are heating up here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest live from New Orleans, Louisiana. We're getting set for our breakaway roping. A lot of conversations around this event, of course, for our breakaway roping champion and a possible Maverick champion as we look at Josie Connor, who has won the first 2 rounds. The Maverick Award is going to go to whoever wins the most money out of the Hondo.
What about if it stayed in Louisiana?
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
The governor he might have 2 of these a year if that happened.
This entire stadium is cheering for Josie Connor and her run tonight. We're going to go in aggregate order.
Actually, the top 2 are Louisiana.
Yes.
Louisiana. So, we might get Louisiana champ for sure.
As you take a look at this list, your bottom 3 gals right there in the aggregate are the only 3 to be clean on 2 head. We're going to kick things off with our reigning world champion, Taylor Munsell. 2 no times, Joe. Not what we expected.
No, and I mean, it's a fast setup. So Munsell knows that you got to have your first swing down and ready, and then you got to be looking for your throw after that because 1 second runs have won both rounds. It's not like it's a easy roping. And when you're first set it up, tip down, throw down. That's the best run she's made. She's 203, 214, 214. That was a good run. She really was ready that time. See her first swing down, all bases covered, some follow through. Makes it 214. But with this set of girls, they're going at them every night, JD. I don't know if the 214 works or not.
I think they might have adjusted
it. I said 203 at first.
You did.
Yeah, but then they jumped it.
All right, we're chasing a 2.0.
Might not matter, really, but 1 second
sure.
run, but.
Might get a good check, though. Yep. We're still talking about money. We go for Riley George, our national finals breakaway roping average champion this last year. She is so consistent, but not here at the Honda. We caught a barrier in round 1, no time last night, but Riley George can be wicked fast.
Well, and it's rebound time right now. Like I said, 12,000 reasons to be the fastest you can be the last performance and leave here with some momentum and money. Look at that gray horse stand there. I said it before, she bought this horse a couple months ago. Lynn Geezer sisters up there, and I mean, this horse is a winner. Down and reaching, fast time. I mean, 180, great run. Great run for, she come across after that one. Watch on the replay. She gets 1 swing down. When she's throwing, she's pulling. That gray horse is locked down, and 1.80, she just made a statement.
This is kind of what we expected in our other timed events, for it to really start out strong with our first couple of ropers. 1.80 is in the lead right now as we get ready for Haley Williams. Also at no time in round 1, a barrier last night. We're going for gold tonight.
And she's just like Riley George. I mean, that 180 just showed her what's going to take to win something. I guarantee you she's not going to take but 1 big swing, and she'll be coming with it. Same thing. Look at that horse score, just stand there like he's supposed to, waiting to be released and throw. That's the thing on a breakaway horse. They have to be trigger happy. When you want to leave, they got to blast because it happens so fast right there. And then they got to cut the time by stopping it. So breakaway horse, there's a lot more to them than you just think. All right, here we go. Got a swing down throw, you bet. Kef let up just a little bit. When she roped him, may not be as fast as it looked like, but still a fast run.
We're looking for the time here. Yeah, we're going to go to our backup timer, 1.67.
There you go. What a shot.
That's the fastest run we've seen so far at the Hondo this year.
Yeah, that was just doing business. But that's Haley Williams. I said the first night. She's going to be going at him every night. It just took a couple to get it going.
Okay, if you're Jackie Crawford, you got a 4th place check in round 1, no time last night. You got to be 167.
You better be throwing when you're not. She did. If she got out, broke the barrier. Thought she left early. 11:89. But you're looking at a 1.6 and a 1.8, so being late is not going to help anything.
No, she had to go for it for sure. And how cool is it to have an absolute legend in the sport of breakaway roping competing here at Caesars Superdome?
Yeah, I know it means
that.
something to her to be able to rope with these girls in this arena, because when she started in the breakaway business, it wasn't anything like it is today.
We are lucky to have her here, as well as Martha Angeloni right here, world champion. She was wicked fast last night. She turned in a 1.99 for third. That's how tough it's been.
Yeah, and she knows it's really tough today, 1.6, 1.8. This is when Martha, she might be 1.4. She might be breaking the barrier, not catching, but she's not going to be late and be long. All right, and when 1.6, that's about as fast as you can be. You beat 1.6, you're doing business.
She is
not,
fierce.
Oh, yeah, she's going to have a swing. There's her one swing, 2 and a reach. Nope, right behind the head. Right behind the head, a swing and a miss, no time. Okay, now we're into the ladies that have the chance to win the aggregate, the big money at $20,000. See that Kev getting away, and her loop swing's kind of behind her right there. It's a little high, a little behind. She tries to reach, but lands right on the target, not on the catch.
Well, and you said it, Joe. We're getting to our final 3 here. These are the only 3 to be clean on 2 head coming into this. Brady Good, she's 3rd in the aggregate, 4.42 on 2. A little over an 1/8 of a second here between her and Josie Connor at number 1. So
Yeah,
just shy of a second between the two of them.
This is this is the one head roping now to see who wins the average, the aggregate. And that's 20,000, 12,000. So Brady's the first one to go that can make a statement.
She's been a great roper for a long time, since she was a kid.
Yeah, she has. You know, won a lot in the barrel racing world, had good barrel horses, decided she was just going to rope and focused all her time now on the roping.
Smart.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, good start. Ooh.
Oh, and a miss for Brady Good.
If she got out, she had a roll at that one. Things just did not work. Okay, so that just opens the door for the Louisiana ladies, Cheyenne and Josie. She's out, too. Got a good start at that Kev. Kev let up just a little bit and just did not get that tip and delivery to where she wanted it. And a swing and a miss, no time.
Okay, now every single person here in the Caesars Superdome is paying attention to these final 2 breakaway ropers to go. Cheyenne McCartney, she has been incredible. She's won second twice. In both rounds, right behind Josie Connor. She has not bobbled a bit.
No, she has not. You know, and here we go for a chance. Make sure you ought to reach. That was a reach when all you had to do was catch. I love it.
You can't hold back in your home state.
2:03. Gonna split what, 3rd and 4th?
Well, and she waved to the fans here, competing.
Look at this reach. Look at that. That's trying to win in your home state, taking the big chance, because that's a $12,000 loop if it doesn't work. Good for Cheyenne. All right, Josie, it's all in your corner, baby. Here we go. Louisiana proud.
Joey talked about, I think Josie Connor's having more fun here than I think I've ever seen her.
Good start. Oh, and she misses. Cheyenne just won the breakaway at the Hondo. Josie come back high call and had a little bit of time on her, but it was tight. A swing and a miss. She tries to put it away. It doesn't work.
It is not over until
it is over.
Wow.
Cheyenne just, Louisiana State, Cheyenne McCartney. I can't be any more proud of her. Josie, you don't see that very often when she comes back in the lead. Still wins second on 2. That's why she took that throw, to know she can win first or not.
1.67 to win the round tonight. Amazing showing from Haley, but we did
my
a little
girl.
bit of a swap with Cheyenne McCartney and Josie Connor. Cheyenne McCartney comes out your champion. She won second, and then 3rd and 4th. We're taking a look at Haley Williams' run one more time.
1.6. That's just about as fast as you can be.
This young cowgirl is absolutely amazing. Just won Rodeo Houston. Now she gets a round win at the Hondo and $12,000 for her.
You know, in rebounding back from 2 not good nights, that's what a champion does.
No, and here's Cheyenne.
You lived here in Louisiana, but rodeo called you home this weekend. Life can be pretty full circle sometimes, can't it?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's been a minute before Louisiana was next to my name competing at a rodeo, and God is good. Thank you, Hondo Rodeo. Thank you, New Orleans, and we'll see you in Tampa.
You heard it. This is our breakaway champion here in New Orleans at the Hondo Rodeo Fest, Cheyenne McCartney.
Cheyenne McCartney, she wins the breakaway roping. Such an awesome win for her. Joe, how fun is it to see someone like that in the breakaway? I know it looked like it was going to be Josie Connor, but they still went 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, they went 1st and 2nd. You know, and Cheyenne is family. I mean, for me to see her do as good as she's done and to capitalize the chance she has in her home state, yeah, it makes me a pretty proud moment right there.
So cool. All right, we're switching over into the barrel racing. And you know, the fact that Josie Connor missed tonight.
That gives Mackenzie Mays, Bradley Miller, who else?
Sage Newman.
Sage Newman. That opened the door because she had it about close. But Mackenzie Mays, now she's got to get around 3 barrels, win something, and it could be the Maverick.
Yep, that Maverick Award is opened up just a little bit as we take a look at your barrel racers coming into tonight. Mackenzie Mays has won the first 2 rounds. She has a real chance at an extra $50,000 on top of the $20,000 in the average. And you know what? She's kind of the rookie of the group.
Yes,
Literally,
she is.
fresh off of her rookie season, 3-time world champion Brittany Posey-Tanazi is not far behind in that aggregate race.
That's not anybody
either.
you want chasing you.
No. Oh, boy. You know it, Joe. Maybe one of the best in the business. 3-time world champion, 18 times to the NFR. It is going to be a tough barrel race, and it's getting faster every night.
Yeah, and you know, I'm going to say that the ground last night was great. I thought it was really good. It was good the first night. It got better last night. They've done a great job on the ground here.
Kicking things off with Emily Beisel and Liza. They hit that first barrel last night. Clean so far.
She got around 2 tonight. Here we go. This could be it. She turns that 3rd barrel, and then she leaves under 10. All the way home, Liza, run, and we're going to be 13-5. Wow.
A wicked
that just
run.
starts it off tough, doesn't it? But we've been waiting on that out of Emily and her.
Oh,
Around when she gets around the barrel, when she gets around this first barrel and it's tight and close like that and it's straight to the second, she usually clocks.
Emily was not happy about being shut out the first 2 rounds, especially when she knows that this mare is capable of a time like that.
Here's another one.
Exactly, same story. They've hit a barrel both rounds. Carly Otero talked to her earlier. She says if she can do her job on Regina, she's going to get a round win. This horse is fast.
Oh, man. She's got around the first one. Okay, all the way across that second. Keeps her picked up and around. She's got a chance.
Here we go.
Look at that clock. It's right. It's about the same as Emily are left there. 13-8.
I thought it was actually going to be even faster than that, but we have a quick track tonight. 13-8 for Carly Otero. Still going to be chasing that 13-5 from Emily Beisel. Nice run.
And the barrel racing is so tough and so tight, Janie. And you know that well. A horse can make a run, and if he doesn't lay one down, he probably doesn't win first or second. It's so tough.
You have to give absolutely everything you can in this run here, especially with the competition at the Hondo or anywhere in the barrel race now.
Speaking of Hondo.
Here goes Lisa Lockhart. She's won the last 2 Hondos. She's on copper. They had a down barrel last night too, Joe. Took them out of that aggregate and then hit the first barrel right there. But you know what? I want to make a comment about Lisa. 19 times the NFR, winningest barrel racer in the WPRA.
Yep.
And on another great horse that she trained herself. It's going to be so fun to see Lisa win on yet another good one.
That's what's so. We've seen her win on numerous horses.
So
you know, left barrel first, right barrel first, big horses, little horses. It's just a hat off to her accomplishment, her career.
She is such a trainer, such a jockey. Not the Hondo that they wanted, but you know what? They've won the Maverick. They've already won hundreds of thousands of dollars. Speaking of an incredible barrel racer with a great career, 4-time world champion Haley Kinsel on this horse, Spider Monkey. This mare has stepped up in a big way for Haley.
All right, here we go. Good first barrel. All the way across second. You see the big white walls? They're there. Horses see them. You got to ride them all the way into the turn after a couple runs here. She's got around. That could be the best run she's made.
Good run
all the
by
way home
Haley.
into that alley. 13-8 too.
The fastest run they've turned in so far for them. They've been very consistent. They got a 4th place check in round 1. Spider is getting better and better.
Yeah, I like this horse. I really do, especially in setups like this that are tight. She's really gutsy, really free running into him. He's going to win a lot on her.
All right, getting ready for Wenda Johnson. She's been getting faster and faster. She was a 13-8 last night, and I think this mare Quince is going to get better for Wenda.
Yeah, and she needs to be fast tonight. Oh, down barrel, that's it.
These horses are really wanting to come in and turn, especially by the time you get to round 3.
Yeah, they've seen this setup, two nights in a row before, and it's tight in there, and they know they're trying to cheat the clock and make it fast too. 14-1 with penalties.
A down barrel for Wenda Johnson. We're still chasing that smoking 13-5 turned in by Emily Beisel, but now we're getting into that aggregate race as we come up for our next barrel racer
and remember,
here.
we only pay 2 monies, so that's why it's so we keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
In the final 3, only 2 of them are getting paid.
Yes, and here comes Trisha Aldridge. She's 3rd in the aggregate right now. You'll notice she's wearing a Saints jersey for Devon Godshaw. How cool is that to be celebrating? She knows it. We're nodding. Her and Penny were at 13-7 last night, and this mare has been awesome. She just bought this horse from the Matthews family, and boy, she can fly.
Yeah, we saw last night. I mean, she had a big blip and run a 13-7. Tonight, she got her turned around it better tonight. Look out, clock. Here we go to the 3rd. Just left it standing.
That might be their best so far, too. 13.942. And you know, she's wearing that jersey for Devon because he actually owns an Adios Pantalones, baby.
Yep.
How cool is that?
All right, so now it's down to the final two to see what they get done. Brittany Posey Tanazi. Look into the dictionary, you'll see winner in her picture because she is going to do all costs to win.
Coming into tonight, she was a little over 3/10 behind Mackenzie Mays. That's how
a
close.
lot. That's a lot, and it's close.
It's a lot and it's close,
That's
both
right.
at the same time
That's
in the
right.
barrel race. Mo has been great. He's been getting faster. They were at 13.6 last night. They can do it again. Look out.
Yep, she's got him set up around the first. All right, here we go. His second. No penalties here. Good turn to second. Big horse goes a long stride to the third. She's around there fast today. She might show the clock. Yes, 13.688.
Ooh, great
Wow.
run.
She just laid the pressure on.
Brittany Posey Tanazi just knows how to step up when it counts every single time on hundreds of different horses, Joe.
Yeah, she rides fraternity colts, derbies, jackpotters, rodeos. She does it all. But right there, look, she set this horse up for the turn where he could push off the back, be running, cut the clock, up to Mackenzie.
Now it comes down to the rookie, your Rating Resistol Rookie of the Year. Mackenzie Mays has won the first 2 rounds at the Hondo. This mare, Rousey, is so important to her great career. Not an easy horse to ride. Can we do it? We need to have a clean run here. They were close to that second last night. We're
She got
good.
around it today.
Smooth.
And here, could be the Maverick run, too, for the Maverick money. She's clocking. She got around the third barrel on 10. Here we go. 13.67.
13.679. That is going to put her second tonight. Does that mean we might have a Maverick champion? Is that third?
Yeah, second. Maybe second.
A second place for Mackenzie Mays.
Okay, that's going to probably let her win the average still. So that's going to be 20,000. If she wins second or third tonight, that's going to add. That Maverick is, you know what? That's a huge pressure run for her. That's huge in her career for later on.
Wow.
Man, look at that.
What a barrel race. But Mackenzie Mays, Emily Bossel's going to win the round with a 13.5. Mackenzie Mays, consistent all weekend long, 13.679 tonight. But the big money is what Mackenzie Mays is thinking about. She's going to win $20,000 there, plus possible $50,000 for the Maverick Award.
This could be a huge
plus
day.
2 go-around wins. Let's meet Mackenzie.
Sweep. You and your horse left everything in the arena this weekend, and he gave his everything, so you could be standing right here with this check in hand. I can't imagine how thankful you are for that partnership.
Oh my gosh, I just thank God for her every day, and she's been a very big blessing in my life.
Well, this is another blessing to add to the list. This is our barrel racing champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest, Mackenzie Mays.
And the young gun, the rookie, proves that she can run with the best in the world. That's your champion. We'll be back. We're going to crown a champion of the bull riding here in New Orleans. Watching the Hondo Rodeo Fest live from New Orleans, Louisiana. We are in our final event, the bull riding. We're paying out this $1 million rodeo. have already crowned 8 champions and 1 left to go here. Tristan Hutchings is going to kick us off in the bull riding. He's matched up with Duststorm from McCoy Rodeo and Lovell. Not the showing we expected from Tristan Hutchings. He's had such a great season, but not a qualified ride this year at Hondo.
2 buck-offs. You wouldn't have thought that looking at the list and seeing his name. And the bulls by his name. Talking to the guys, you know, they thought, oh, he'll ride this one. So we'll see tonight. But we've seen a couple people, like in the breakaway, 12,000 will make you step up that last night. Tristan's going to do it right here. Bull's got a lot of drop, high kick, turns back in his hand. Tristan Hutchings rode that one.
Yes, he made that one look easy for sure, Joe. He can ride the bull like that all day long. And look, the relief on his face. He knows that he can ride the bulls that he's been matched up with this year.
Yeah, he knew this week. I know he let one get away for sure. And, you know, this bull here, I mean, he just makes it look so easy, and that's not an easy bull to ride. He's good, he's solid, he's honest, but Tristan rode that bull jump for jump like nothing to it.
Our scores coming in, 86.3 for Tristan Hutchings. He's got to be happy about that one. Coming into the bull riding, we have 6 guys who have qualified rides and only 1 bull rider who has ridden 2 so far. Trey Kimsey, another one of those bull riders that you expect to ride almost every time, hasn't had a qualified ride yet here at the Hondo. He's matched up with Smooth It Over from McCoy Rodeo and Rafter P Construction. Trey had that re-ride last night. It seemed like it was going to happen, didn't come together. Tonight is the final chance.
Yeah, and you know, we saw him the first night, rode him like 7.7 or something like that, you know, just right at the 8-second mark.
And he was not happy.
No, and that's what Cord was talking about. You know, as a bull rider, Cord said it good, when you're supposed to ride one and you don't, it bothers you. You want another chance at him. And here you go, you got another chance at another bull tonight to change it all around for $12,000.
I think that's Cord McCoy right there trying to help that bull out. Yeah, he is. We missed him up here in the TV booth, giving us all the insight.
Go back to that labor list.
Yes, exactly right. But they brought some of the best bucking bulls in the business. And this pin tonight should be really fun to watch. A lot of these bulls we've seen earlier this weekend, actually, a lot of repeats here.
You know, and that's what I like. I got to say, Cord, he doesn't mind bringing them right back and bucking them again.
No.
If they're the real thing. And tonight we're going to see about 4 bulls that have bucked people off that were real things. That packed crowd. That's what we like at the Hondo in New Orleans.
Our crowd having so much fun out. Here goes Trey Kimsey.
All right. Ooh, he was going away from his hand. Looked like he had him. Came back. Oh, he's bucked off. That bull is like, you know, we talked to Cord about this too. These bulls are smart too. They feel you. They feel a fly land on their back. So if they feel you out of whack, off to the left, into your hand, away too much, they're going to go the other direction and show you what they got and buck you off. Example right there.
Yeah, and a no score for Trey Kimsey. And his Hondo trip for the year is over. Get ready for our next bull rider. Dustin Bouquet, Louisiana's own. He's from Bourg, Louisiana.
And he's having a blast back down here at home. We talked to him earlier, you know, in the week. So, you know what makes you have more fun? $12,000 the last day. It lets you enjoy Louisiana. So, Dustin, he's got to bow up, and here the 8 seconds will be over 86.3.
He can go to all the crawfish boils that he wants.
Yes, he can go do what he wants.
He's matched up with PIF from McCoy Rodeo and Spencer Neal. Dustin, he wants to make the showing here. This is his home state. This crowd knows it. He knows it. It's so cool to get to have that so close to home. He only lives about an hour away, Joe.
Yeah, and when we talked to him, he was so excited about getting to be in the Superdome. You know, it's a football legend place, but now it's a rodeo too. Thanks to the government of land for bringing this rodeo to the Superdome, and we hope to come back and do it again. It's just going to get bigger and better.
Dustin, 4 times the NFR. We know he has all the ability in the world to ride a bull like this. We've seen it time and time again under the brightest lights of Las Vegas. When it's your final opportunity, sometimes that can make or break you.
Yeah, and you got it. You know, it's $12,000. You don't get on a bull every day for $12,000.
There he is talking to Cord right there. I wish we had a mic on him right now and hear what they're
Cord's
saying.
talking to him. Nod your head and get out of here.
I think that's what he's saying, yeah. Like, hey, let's go.
He's going to buck. Don't worry about it. He's kind of low in the front, looks like, from the outside of the chute there, like he's kind of buckling down in the front. He's probably wanting to stand up, get a fair shot at him. Yeah. Because one thing about it, there's not a bull in here. If you don't get a fair shot, they're going to buck you off. If you don't be your best, you're going to get bucked off.
Yeah, and Dustin's not wanting to take it. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. And he's bucked up quick and takes a shot right in the chest, too. Look at our bullfighters. Look at, man, Wes to step in there. When they do their job like that, it's the most thankless job in the arena because you only see them when they do something like that, but they do it every time.
And look at that. I love seeing our New Orleans Saints here. This is their home here, Joe. This is where they play. And they're here supporting this rodeo. It's so cool to see a guard there for the New Orleans Saints. Helping the guys out in the bull riding. You know, it's probably a very similar thing getting hit in the bull riding to
getting hit by one of those. Those guys, yeah.
In football. We want to give a shout out to our cowboy protection, our amazing bullfighters, Dakota Knight, Weston Rakowski, the Beard, an absolute legend world champion bullfighter, and then our great and happy entertainment in the middle, Nick Cap. What do I say, party on the outside, or party on the inside, business on the outside.
That's it. And they do a great job. You know, when you see nobody in a bind all week, it's because they've done their job.
Oh, we've seen them jump in for those guys time and
Yes.
time again just this weekend.
Yeah, they're crazy. They take the hit for them. I'd be telling them to crawl fast from a distance.
Maybe some of the most athletic guys
Oh,
in
for
rodeo.
sure. Athletes, no doubt. All right, here we go into Boudreaux now.
Yeah, getting a Boudreaux Campbell.
He's 0 for 2. I would not have thought it with the 2 bulls he had.
Oh, and he's got another good one tonight. He has the bull Ugly This. This is the bull that Hayden Welsh won the round on just last night.
Yep.
Boudreaux has drawn amazing this weekend.
And he's rode like the first night, Tulsa time. His hand come out. He rode him for 2 jumps with no hand. It's just the little things. He can just fix it and be about 90 points right here and win the last go-around.
And he's had such an incredible career. 5 times to the NFR, PBR finalist, PBR Rookie of the Year. Now he's back in professional rodeo chasing those bright lights of Las Vegas for the NFR again.
Yeah, having a blast. Got a baby on the way. We need diaper money right here.
Yes,
today,
we
Boudreaux.
do.
Come on. Pete wants money to shop.
This is the bull. You know, we probably went back and watched that ride with Hayden. If Hayden Welsh can do it, so can Boudreaux Campbell.
You bet. Here we go. We're going to know in about 8 seconds how many points he can be. Right here. Into his hand. That's usually Boudreaux's deal. Oh, he's out of whack. Pulls himself back down, but not twice. It looked like he's about to get rocked up and lose his hand again. He got set back down, but boy, Boudreaux, just things didn't work right this week at all for him. Watch this, because it looks like when they're into his hand like that, it's usually a wheel for him. Bull turns back, is into his hands, right foot kind of loses. He's kind of got up behind him, and he sat on it, but he got back down, tried to recover. Bull like that, though, is not going to give you 2 chances.
No. Once he got out of position, it was over. Not the Hondo that we expected from Boudreaux Campbell either.
Here's our kid.
We love this kid right here, Ty Laverne, 16 years old.
And look what he's got.
High school rodeo champion.
Flying solo.
Gets a last-minute call to come to the Hondo and draws flying solo from McCoy Rodeo and CCL Buck and Bulls. Man,
you know,
we can
Janie,
talk
he
about
has seen this bull on TV many times thinking, man, I'd like to get on that bull sometime. Well, here's your chance right here.
Oh, and Ty, you know, he's had a really good showing. He hasn't gotten that qualified ride, but he's been close.
7 point something,
and he's
you know,
really
close.
shown that he can handle this level of bulls. He's probably never gotten on bulls like this
No, we
before
talked about it
in his
last
young
night.
age.
You know, he got on that bull last night, probably the strongest bull he's ever been on. And then tonight, here he just keeps stacking him in there. But what an opportunity for a Louisiana youngster to show his stuff right here.
Oh, yeah. If you don't win, you learn, and he's going to learn a lot. And you know what? I think this kid has every bit of an ability to get a qualified ride and a win.
Here we go. Turns back, wait for his hand. He's got a seat. Can he get his hips back over? No, he doesn't.
Oh, such an effort right there for Ty Laverne, and going to be a no score for him. But like you said, he's going to learn so much out of this weekend. This is not the last time you've seen Ty Laverne.
Not at all. Hey, and the bulls he's going to go get on, they won't be like this every time. But it looked like he had him rode. See him get over in his hands, hips came out. Oh, no score. Look at our bullfighters again. Stepped right in, Dakota stepped in there and pulled that bull's head away. What a move.
No score for him so far. We have one qualified ride from Tristan Hutchings with an 86.3 as we get ready for Tristan Mize.
Tulsa time.
This is the bull. We just saw it on the night 1 of the Hondo for this 100th out of Tulsa time.
And he bucked Boudreaux off, too.
He sure did. And this bull has been 90 plus. How many times, Joe?
13 times.
Amazing.
13 times they've been over 90. So here we go, Tristan. This is one of my roping buddies right here. This Tristan Mize rope's pretty good, too. But tonight, He needs to be sticky to ride Tulsa time. You ride this bull, you're probably going to go the lead and go around.
Absolutely. And this bull of McCoy Rodeo, Kelly and Cammie Heath. Here we go, Tristan Mize.
All right, Tristan. Oh, man, Tulsa's doing his thing. Tristan makes a great recovery. He's got a chance to ride him. Keep moving. Keep your left outside foot moving. Tristan Mize just rode Tulsa time and was almost bucked off.
What a ride.
What a ride. Way to go, Tristan.
Oh, and you know, he's got to be so proud of that. With a bull like that, we're going to see some big scores here.
Watch this. Right here, Tulsa brings him to him, and right now, I thought he was bucked off, but he got busy with his outside foot, pulled himself back in there, and got busy to hear the whistle.
Just awesome. He was almost out of there for a second, but he recovered in such a big way. 90 points.
There's Tulsa time for another one. 14 times
Tulsa
now.
Time. Yeah, there you go. 14
times now for 90 points.
Add that to the resume.
What a bull. What a bull. Hats off that bull.
All right, now we're chasing 90 points here in the bull riding. What a great ride. As we're getting ready for Hayes Way, he got a qualified ride last night, 87.1 for a 4th place check. That's how good the bull riding's been here at the Hondo. He's got Hayring from McCoy and Spencer Neal. Hayes Way, in a young part of his career, already been to the NFR 3 times. He is always fun to watch.
Yeah, you know, I mean, look at the list of bulls left. If you ride one, you're probably going to get a check.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some bull power left coming out. It's going to be really strong. So Hayes Way, there's a chance to get by one right here. You know, get above the 86.3, and you're going to get a check.
He gained a lot of confidence last night with that qualified ride. He really needed that. It's been kind of a slower start to his season so far. Not now.
Oh, yeah. Away from his hand. Got him bucked him off. Bull must have had a lot more power out there than the guy looked, because it looked like Hayes had a great seat, and then it just took his foot away and bang.
Yeah, he looked like he had him covered all day long. Bull goes away from his hand, just gets pulled down. No score for Hayes Way. Still chasing 90 points from Tristan Mize. We have 86.3 on the board from Tristan Hutchings. 2 qualified rides. But you talked about this one earlier, Joe. Cooper James has the bull Big Dog. We saw this bull earlier this weekend, and Cooper is so excited.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier up there, and he said, I've got Big Dog. I got to watch him last night. He said, that doesn't happen a lot. I'm ready for him. So, you know, and we talked about this earlier. A lot of times you don't see bulls come back to back, night to night. But Cord said if they're that good and they buck that good, run them back in, give the guys a chance.
Well, and Cooper James, he's sitting 5th and 6th in that aggregate, so he needs a qualified ride.
A big score can make a big difference right here to that aggregate.
If he can ride, it's very possible. He can move even into number 1 in the aggregate.
That's right.
We only have one guy who has covered both bulls, and you never know.
I will say last night, Big Dog wasn't no day off. This bull was strong, this bull bucked.
Cooper had to sit out most of the season last year from injuries. He was getting recovered. He was fresh off his rookie season in his first NFR. Then he had to be sidelined. Now in 2026, he is back in full form. He's sitting number 5 in the world standings right now. So Cooper James has made a comeback.
You know what that shows? If you're hurt or injured, take the time to heal up, and you'll come back and be as good as you were. All right, big chance for him right here. Rocking back and forth, get old Big Dog loosened up just a little bit off his leg.
Got his best friend Lefty Holman, saddle bronc rider, helping him there in the chute.
Here we go. Beat him around right out of the chute. Yeah, that bull's strong right there and has a quick move out of the gate. Beat him around right now.
Oh, and I don't like to see that, Joe. We're kind of limping there. They're going to make sure he's safe, keep him in the chute. Yeah, just pulled him right down. No score for Cooper James. Got some money out of a Hondo. He won 2nd in the first round, but not how we wanted to finish things. Yeah, I'd not like to see that. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Check in with sports medicine.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do is hobble out and get. You know, people don't realize to everybody, oh, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't have to be a lot to hurt a lot when you're a competitor if you limp, because we're taught not to limp. So it hurts.
Okay, this is
Louisiana.
Braxton Whitesell. Walker, Louisiana draws the bull, the Hondo. How appropriate is that? And we met this kid on night 1. He's over 6'2". He is tall, but he is so excited to be in his home state. He's had a qualified ride. Let's do
Big
it.
chance. He's got a chance to ride another one. This bull bucked Tristan Myers off. Braxton's got a good seat. Jump for jump. Keep driving. Keep driving. He just rode him 8 seconds in Louisiana, home state in the Superdome, and stepped off on his feet.
That is awesome.
Look,
And
he's taller than the Preferred panel right there. He's got a lot of legs.
Joe, he's only 18
I
years
know.
old.
Big ride for this kid. You know, he's having a great year anyway, but right here, doesn't overdo, Janie. Never overrides the bull. You know, you hear the guys that really tough, the guys that rode so good in Meyer, don't override a good one. He didn't override a good one right there. 88.5 to second place in the go-around, and Louisiana's in the house.
I think that's going to move him into #1 in the aggregate right now, if I'm not mistaken. But just awesome for the young kid to get the opportunity to compete here. Congrats to Braxton Whitesell. 2 qualified rides for him. He's our leader. That's what we're chasing. As we have 3 bull riders left to go, including Luke Mackey, who won the first round with 87.9. He's 3rd in the aggregate, matched up with a great bull Outlaw. We just saw this bull earlier from McCoy Rodeo and Big Sky Bulls. We need a qualified ride. Chasing 90 points, though.
Yeah, it's a tough round. 90, 88, 86.3. And Court brought this bull back because he bucks. Away from his hand right there. Got a good seat. Don't override him. Don't panic. And you're fixing to use a little bit of that outside foot. Get a few chop points on the outside. And he just rode another one.
Another qualified ride, and a big one, right when he needed it. Luke Mackey. The Colorado kid, Luke Mackey. Getting to celebrate with some awesome celebrities back behind the bucket chute. But to me, the biggest celebrity here is that guy right there, Cord McCoy.
Cord McCoy does a great job of lining these bulls up, too.
Gonna be 88 points for Luke Mackey. That is gonna move him into #1 in the aggregate by 0.2 of a point.
Man. But Hayden Welch is going to have a little bit to say about that, too.
Yes, he is. He won the round just last night. I don't know if we've seen this much energy from a young bull rider after a win as we saw from Hayden Welsh.
All right, here we go. Little hesitation there. Big Red Bull. And look at him backing up right there when he's jumping and kicking. Hayden Welsh made a great move. Can he ride him? Oh, get out of there.
He was right there, Joe.
So close. Man. All right, watch this big bull. He kind of hits a chute. He has to back up, goes to backing up, trying to find him a place to turn back, and the bull recovers good and just bucks him off right at the end.
No score from Hayden Welsh, but this young kid, he's in his rookie season. He's got so much career left for us to see. Lots of celebrations out of young Hayden Welsh. Okay, we have 2 bull riders left, 1 bull rider left to go.
Amanda's got 2 ridden.
This is Lane Vaughn. If he gets a qualified ride right now, he is going to be your aggregate champion here at the Hondo. He knows that. He's had such a showing here. He won 3rd in round 1, 2nd and 3rd last night for round 2. We got a 90-point ride on the board. Right now, it's all about Luke Mackey until the last guy nods his head. He's having an incredible season. 21 years old, #9 in the world standings right now. Best season he's ever had.
Yeah, and this is just like we talked about earlier. You're at the end, you finished good. Mackenzie Mays, she finished off great. Josie, we never see her have a bad luck and a bad run. She was in the lead. It didn't work out right for her. Ty Erickson didn't work out right for him today. You never know. T-Wade, it did. It's being in the lead and being the last to go. It's never over till it's over.
Well, I don't know if it makes it easier knowing that you just have to make the whistle,
I don't think in
whatever
a bull
it
riding
takes.
it can make it. I think you got to ride them jump for jump, and you got to stay ahead of them and be aggressive. If you back off and just think you're going to, it's not like you're going to rope a calf, you know what I mean? That's a bull. He's trying to buck you off. You better stay ahead of him.
He's definitely trying to make sure that that bull is set and exactly where he wants him to be before he nods his head.
And if you've never pulled a bull rope, you wonder why there's help. It's because those guys, you can't hardly pull it enough, one person, to get it tight as they like it. They want it in there in their hand where they can feel it. He must be trying to get him to stand up a little bit.
Yeah, you got a whole team of people around trying to get him right.
Gigging him around a little bit, trying to get him to stand. Because like you just said, Janie, huge ride right here. You hear the whistle, you win 20 grand. You don't ride a bull for 20 grand every day.
This could be a career-changing win for a young guy like Lane who has so much ahead of him. The confidence that you gain from winning the Hondo inside the Caesars
leaving here with
Superdome.
probably close to 40 grand because of what he's already won with this 20. He's going to step up.
We're going to go ahead and roll this one. You know, whenever you're the last guy out with all this on the line, you see him take a big, deep breath
it's
right
like
there.
icing the kicker. That bull's thinking, hey, I'm going to jack with you a little bit here, and I'm going to mess with you a little bit. Then I'm still going to try to buck you off.
You got Cord McCoy back there behind the buck and shoots. His wife, Sarah Bess McCoy. They're kind of gave each other a look, say, okay, what do we need to do to make this happen?
We're going to give this bull a new environment.
I think they're just going to roll him to the next shoot.
No, they're going to leave him
They're
there.
They're still there.
Cord,
Maybe he's just
Cord
going to hop
McCoy's
off for
back
a
there
second.
giving him some advice about him knowing him.
Well, and Joe, we could talk about this all day long, the breeding program from the McCoy Rodeo Company.
Right.
And they know these bulls from the moment they're born.
Yep.
They
That's what I
set it
said.
up.
When he crawled the chute and got on the backside of the chute, went to talking to him, to me, that says, hey, I know what's going on. I've ridden a lot of bulls for a lot of money. I've raised this bull, I know. Let me give you some advice. And if you're smart, you take it because, like you said, he knows that bull. He knows the best way to get by him.
Well, Cord has all the qualifications and respect from every single one of these bull riders on multiple fronts, not just as a stock contractor, rodeo producer, but as an NFR bull rider, a PBR bull rider. He has been at every element.
IPRA world champion over and over
Absolutely.
to start his career. I mean, Cord McCoy is a winner, so you listen to him when he gives you a little advice. Right?
He says jump, you say how high.
Yeah, he says nod my head, I'm gonna nod my head. All right, here we go for 20,000. Hear the whistle. Slide up on that rope and nod your head.
Can the Oregon Cowboy get it done in Louisiana?
I mean.
Well, I thought we were about to nod.
Yeah, even. He's talking to Cord right there. And
must be, is it leaning on him?
I don't know. He might be. You see him gigging around, Tom, but it looks like it's getting worse. The
Yeah,
longer
we're
he stays
laying
in there.
down now. You know, and when you're in this position, the longer that you're in the chute, a lot of times, the worse the situation can
Well,
get.
you hear Donnie.
They're rolling him. I just see
talk
Rowdy
about it.
Barry saying we're going to roll.
You can only be so long. You got to re-pull. Your hands got to get out of there.
Yeah. It
They're
looks
gonna
like they might
reride
be
him.
getting another bull, yeah.
What would that be, the Maverick?
I would think so. All right, we got a little bit of time to just see how things are going to go. And you know, we're going to take a second to talk about maybe one of the biggest storylines of the Hondo so far, and that is the Maverick Championship.
That is the big money, the $50,000 bonus.
And that means that whoever wins the most money at the Hondo is going to get an additional $50,000 on top of that, and that went to barrel racer Mackenzie Mays. She's going to get an additional $50,000 on top of the 20.
She's going to win over $100,000 right here, Janie, and she's trying to make her first national finals. You think about that. How important is that win?
And you know, Joe, I'll be honest with you, and I was taking a look at the contestants, especially in the barrel race. You're talking 18, 19-time NFR qualifiers. You think, Mackenzie May, she's the rookie. How's she going to handle competing against the greatest in the world? She belongs, and she belongs times 10. Look at her down there.
She showed us right there. Today was a big run. You know, last time we saw her really barely get by the second barrel. Today, set up and rode, made a good pockets, good pattern, good time, and she won $50,000 for that ride.
I love that you mentioned that because this is a lot about her as a horsewoman and how well she knows that mare Rousey.
Because last night we talked about on air, bro, she did all she could to get by the second barrel, and she still won the round. Well, today, she went in there today knowing if I get to make a good run, I'm going to win the average. Wasn't even probably thinking about the Maverick, but in the back of her mind, if I don't hit the barrel and win the average, I might win the Maverick. $100,000 to her credit.
Well, and that kind of a mental game just shows we're going to be seeing Mackenzie Mays for a long time, and I bet we see her at this year's National Finals Rodeo on that mare because a lot of barrel racers come in, that horse is trying to cut into that second. Not today. She had her right to her spot, didn't cave under the pressure. Over $100,000 out of the Hondo, and this is her second Hondo. We saw her at Phoenix just last November. So how much is she going to win at these amazing events? Congratulations,
and another thing important, kind of look at, this is not as like the NFR, but it's set up a lot like it. And that mare ran good in here 3 times.
Oh, you're
You
competing.
get her to that building, she's going to be good.
You're competing against the greatest barrel racers in the world, historically, not just this year, but the greatest
That's right.
over a long period of time. And same across all the events here at the Hondo. Sage Newman ended up winning, I guess you could say second in the Maverick. Not really an award for that, but he won second high money earner for an awesome showing as well. So I wanted to give a shout out to him for 2 rides over 90 points. All right, now
Here we
we're
go.
getting back into the buck and shoots.
That's a $20,000 8-second ride right here.
Yes.
You know, if you hear the whistle, you win the aggregate, you win 20 grand.
Lane Vaughn, he has ridden both of his bulls so far at the Hondo. Only guy to go 2 for 2. If he can ride this 3rd bull, he will automatically win the aggregate and win an additional $20,000 at the Hondo on top of all the money he's won in the rounds. He won 3rd in round 1, split 2nd and 3rd in round 2. All we gotta do is ride, Joe, but sometimes it's not that simple.
No, it's not. It's not the hobby horse outside of the store to ride with the quarter. This one's going to try to buck you off.
Or I guess you could say what they say in bull riding is sometimes you need to keep it simple. I think
Here
we
we
go.
Oh, pulls him down, whips him down right off the bat, bucks him off. Now, does that let our Louisiana guy win second? Did he get enough points or no?
I
Lane
think
still
so.
in-
I think your
Braxton-
champion in the aggregate should be the Colorado kid, Luke Mackey,
Yep.
with Braxton Whitesell from Walker,
Oh,
Louisiana.
How about that?
Right behind him.
The youngster.
18 years old. You know, he showed up to the
Yeah,
Hondo.
look at that.
Didn't have a single patch on his
No.
shirt. That's going to change real fast. Congratulations
20,000
to him.
in his pocket today.
Tristan Mize is going to get the win in the round with a 90-point ride, but Luke Mackey wins the aggregate, an additional $20,000, followed by Louisiana's own Braxton Whitesell. Honestly, Luke and Braxton both young guys.
Away $20,000 richer in front of a crowd like this. Who do you have to thank today?
Oh, I just want to thank all the fans and my grandma and grandpa at home watching, and just God bless America.
God bless America. Is it safe to say you love New Orleans?
I love riding bulls.
He loves riding bulls. I think New Orleans loves him. This is our bull riding champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest 2026 in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yes.
I love riding bulls. That's one way of putting it. Let's recap these winners.
Bradley Miller loves riding bareback horses in the Hondo Superdome.
Yes, he does. That horse had every level of difficulty. He had an incredible showing here at the Hondo. He's now your champion. In the steer wrestling, your reigning world champion, Tucker Allen.
Proved you don't have to be big. You got to be good and have technique. Lift that $20,000 check. And how about these guys? They're not going to rope. He says, I'm done. I'm going home. Well, before you win $20,000 and win the Hondo.
Hey, go out in a big way. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe in the team roping. In the saddle bronc riding, Sage Newman on Shamus. 2 90-plus point rides gets the win.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to take this title away from him on that horse today.
He was flawless all weekend long. No surprise here, your 3-time world champion Riley Webb gets a Hondo win.
Yeah, who'd have thought it? Riley Webb wins again, and he'll win many, many more roping like that.
He does not bobble. He's unbeatable.
Oh,
In the
yay,
breakaway
yay.
roping, Cheyenne McCartney.
My
Joe,
girl,
you were so
Cheyenne.
happy about this one.
I am tickled to death for her in this win. She needed that mentally, plus the money. But how about this little lady?
Mackenzie May, she wins the first 2 go-rounds, wins second in the 3rd round, wins the Maverick Award and the aggregate over $100,000 for the barrel racing cowgirl, Mackenzie Mays. And finally, in the bull riding, it all came down to Luke Mackey and a great ride and a championship for the young guy fresh off his Resistol rookie season.
Yeah, ride the good ones, win the big money, step off, celebrate, and be thankful the Hondo is at the Superdome.
This rodeo was one for the history books. The first time ever the Hondo Rodeo Fest was in New Orleans, Louisiana. The best part is we have more to come. We will see you in Phoenix, Arizona in November, followed by Tampa, Florida in February, then back here in New Orleans. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the future of rodeo. This is the Hondo Rodeo Fest. I'm Jane Johnson along with Joe Beaver. We'll see you at the next one.